Plymouth, Massachusetts. Van Plymouth, Massachusetts. Let them hear you. Let's go! Van Plymouth, Massachusetts! Let them hear you! Let's go! Van Plymouth, Massachusetts! Let them hear you! Let's go!
Are live. We are live. They can hear us. Now they can see us.
Ooh, we're live.
They're live.
Live indeed that we are.
Oh man, ooh, it's smoky here.
You know,
Smoky.
With any flavors of smoke, we got a fire, we got a cigar, we've got our cheers.
cheers,
Everybody.
cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers at home.
Everybody at home. Cage Titans Fight Fest is done. We're
Looking
on
to come
fumes,
hang out. If
but
you want
we're
to come
here.
hang out,
Yeah, slide in the DMs.
slide into the DMs of Mikey. He'll give you the
Yeah.
location.
Yeah,
He'll give you the
Discreet.
location.
discreet location, but man, what a weekend. There's been a lot of emotional roller coasters, as always in fight weekend, and we doubled down. We had a double shot weekend.
Double shot.
You feel as you'd normally do the morning after a double shot of that magnitude. So, yeah, but we truck on.
I actually feel a lot better than I did yesterday, but I feel like incredible. Like usually, like I feel so tired and down, but like I don't know if I'm just still running on the adrenaline of the weekend because like, or I'm just I don't know what it is, but like there's definitely feeling, definitely not as beat up or as tired as I normally am. I'll tell you when I was beat up was fucking Saturday morning. When I woke up Saturday morning after Friday, actually I went to bed for an hour and a half, but when I rolled out to go, I had to coach soccer at 8 a.m. So I will tell you, it was hard. You know what it is? It's not hard to continually go. It's hard when you stop and then you got to restart the motor. That was my biggest takeaway from the weekend. Once you got to restart it.
And that's usually kind of how it is on fight weekend in general, because weigh-ins in and of itself is all go, go, go.
Yeah.
It is a full day through the night, and then the show is the day. So we did the
next
weigh-ins, and then we woke up
Just put that on the table.
and we had to do weigh-ins again. And then instead of day
Having
2
that
of the
day,
weigh-ins,
Yeah.
we had to do the show.
Well, we also had that quick little hour in between to clean up the locker room and do all the things we need to do. A little tired, but man, what a weekend!
More proud than anything.
What
man.
a fucking
That was a rigorous accomplishment. That clip of the cage moving is one of the craziest clips we've ever done. That was that's as intense as it gets. I couldn't believe we even had the intermission. I was, as we're live, like, you'd normally tap me on the shoulder and tell me what the drill is, and I knew what it was, but we were also pushing like 10 p.m. before intermission even started. So
All the Muay Thai fights going to decision.
I was thinking you were going to be like, fucking scrap it, we're doing MMA in the ring, we can't do it, like, but we did it. Like,
There was no scrap in that idea. Once that idea got in my head, so this is a great lesson. And listen, I'm not trying to be anybody's mentor, watching Table Titans tonight, but like, I talked to Mikey about it at lunch today. No just means, to me, figuring out the hurdle that makes you say no. It's like, it was doing what we did on Saturday was never a no in my mind. It was, we're doing it. And anytime somebody said, no, we can't because, it was, in my mind, we have to figure out that hurdle of the no, because that no is going to be a yes, because we're not doing it. And there was no change, because anybody can put up a ring and start a Muay Thai promotion. Not everybody could pull off what we did to the magnitude we did, the spectacle we did. And that's why we are just a little different, you know, and I say that with all due respect. It's like anything in life, no is a hurdle that the way your brain should think is, well, what could I do to make it a yes? No just means there's one thing in your head that's stopping it from being a yes. But if I can kind of answer your hesitation, which makes you say no, with logic and reason, then there should be no reason why everything is a yes. You know, so that's, again, I just fucking, everything's a yes to me. And it's not that I don't hear you. And I explained that to Mikey. And it's not that I'm going to do what I want to do anyways. It's just when I hear no.
You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do what I'm always do.
I'm going to make it happen.
We made it happen, man. That was the unreal part.
I can't fucking believe it.
Honestly, like, that was, like, when you told me about it, like, weeks ago, and I was like, damn, I don't know, Mike. I'm a little, you know, skeptical.
We had the tape measured out to fit it in the lighting truss. It was like 3 inches each side.
3 inches of play, man. But if we had 1 inch of play, we still would have fucking
still
done it.
know
If we had a half inch of play, we would have had
still
it.
would've fucking had it.
When I was in there on Thursday night and we realized, when I measured for the 24 feet box and it's a 22-foot cage, then we realized the base plates, I didn't take that into consideration of it. I go, well, if we have to, we're going to fucking jack it up a little bit and skim the fucking underneath the base plate. We were going to do it. There's just, when someone says no to me, it's just, give me why it's a no. And now my life is going to be figuring out how to do it.
How to turn the no around into on. That's what we did.
Dude, I'm telling you, I said to Mikey today too. I said,
I can't believe
if
we
those
did it.
wheels weren't working, I was gonna call every motherfucker
Everybody.
on the microphone and go,
Everybody
get around the cage, and we were gonna do this, and we were gonna pick it up with
Like
everybody and
SpongeBob.
walk it.
Push.
We were fucking
We
doing
were
it.
all gonna do it. It would have been a team effort.
I'm
let me
telling
tell
you.
Oh, Jesus.
We were doing it
A
because
team effort by everybody.
And guess what?
Oh, my
To sweeten the
God.
deal, everybody would have got tickets to November 15th.
yeah, there you go.
There we
It's
go.
just-
probably.
We
No.
had to do it like that.
No does never means, of course, in right circumstances, no means no. But I'm just saying, no means just what was your hurdle and how am I going to figure it out? We would have picked that up and we would have moved if we had to. We had lifts. I would have fucking bumper caught it with the lift to bump it into place.
That would have been
Like,
that
we
would've
were
been a scene.
doing it. And guess what? The biggest piece of content we released the entire fucking weekend, the most views, was the transition, because not everybody can do it. And that's how you make a splash. That's what we do at Cage Titans. We're not just going with the flow and doing the norm of what everybody else do. We raise our bar. We do it. And shout out to the team. You know, everybody. And I want to be clear. I don't want yes men around me. That's not what I'm still asking for your rebuttal to tell me it's a shitty idea, and then just follow that up with why it's a shitty idea and why you don't think we can pull it off. And then I'm just going to still fucking get those wheels fucking cooking. And that's just how my mind works. It's always been how my mind works, and it's never going to change. And
I know.
it's got us this far.
Yeah.
It's got us this far.
Like I said, it's what we pulled off this weekend. I feel beyond proud about it. Every piece matters. It was truly incredible. This is
Reality Fighting MMA. I'm sure that's Joe Leonard. He does
Whack-ass
production. He does it
reality.
for Reality Fighting, and he does it for Cage Titans. And he forgot to log out of his Reality Fighting when he streamed our Cage Titans this weekend. So there was about 6 fights on Reality Fighting's YouTube. But shout out to Reality Fighting. I fought for Reality Fighting twice over my career, you know. So whatever. Anyways,
I fought for them as well. So
can't fight a song.
that shout.
So anyways, we got to get that out of the way. The fucking cage move. That's how you make a splash. That's how you make an entry into a space. You know, like if I was going to develop the next soda, you know, it's like I need to make a big impact splash. And I definitely think we did. You know, the hall was rocking. The hall was insane. Far, you know, exceeded my expectations. of what I thought the card would be. Number one, with the fighters, and number two, with the fans and the way they responded,
Yeah.
and the amount of people that came up to me and were like, "Dude, I just had such a great time." So thank you. I really do appreciate everybody's efforts, and I hope somebody out there, what I just said resonates with them. Like to really move ahead in life. If I listened to people that told me no, I would have never started Cage Titans, and here we are 15 years later. If I'd listened to every motherfucker that told me no about moving the cage, we wouldn't have pulled off that incredible feat that we're all still talking about.
Holy shit! I
When
just saw Shooting Star.
I hear no,
That was sick.
anything you do in life, if you want to get ahead, we got enough fucking worker bees that will follow everybody else and listen to rules. Don't let rules restrict you. No, turn it to a yes and get out there and do it. In 15 years, you could be here what we're doing now. I really mean that. And that was my biggest takeaway from this weekend is like, here we are, man.
Yeah.
That's
I never
my
thought it
feelings.
was stupid. I just always knew it was crazy. And that's undeniable. But
I don't think it's crazy.
I thought it was crazy. What we did was crazy.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. God damn it!
I honestly already thought, I'm like, we're going to do it every show's a fucking fight fest.
Whoa.
6 times a year, we're going to do fight fest.
Chill.
November 14th, 15th,
Chill.
January 30th, 31st.
Chill.
No. You know what? The way
That's a
that
spectacle event.
that was a spectacle. I will say
You
this.
said never do a double header again, and then you did a double header again,
Like
and then
4
we said
more after.
never do a double header again. So,
I didn't do a doubleheader.
yeah, no, you did. We did two,
We did a day-night doubleheader.
and then we did a day-night double header.
Yeah.
After we did the first day-night double header, everybody was like, "Let's never do that again."
Yeah.
And then we did it again, and then everybody was like, "No, let's never fucking do that again."
Well, you know what we'll do next time? We're just going to do Ring Titans on Friday, Grappling Titans during the day with a grappling tournament, and then Cage Titans on Saturday night. Or Ring Titans Friday, Cage Titans
I think
Saturday,
it would be
Grappling
easier.
Titans Sunday.
I think it would be easier if we did ring Titans with grappling Titans with the grappling mat set up all around the ring. So that way everybody could view the grappling tournament as one as it's going on and then follow up with ring Titans afterwards. I think that would be logistically easier than shifting an entire fucking cage into an intermission show.
Yeah, let's not do that for a little
Another
bit.
fun.
Because like sometimes the fights just go long and we got to cut the intermission to like.
Well, you know what?
12 minutes.
Another fun
And we
part
could do
was
that in
somebody
record
said to me,
time.
they go, "How the fuck did you take down a ring and move a cage in place quicker than the intermission on Friday, quicker than your intermission on Saturday?" Because our intermission Saturday was longer than the intermission on Friday.
Well, the
And I thought that
finishes.
was funny. They were like, "Damn, you had a longer intermission doing all that than you did fucking no, you had nothing going on." But actually, speaking of intermission, Andrew Valdina, Isaiah Torres.
Also, I had to extend intermission because you were showering in the back.
Don't let out the secrets, man.
I was
Andy out here letting out the secrets.
Well,
Secrets. He's mentioned it before.
Oh,
on
yeah.
here. There's no
Well, it's
secrets
funny.
here.
So
I don't spill secrets.
if you
I
were
know
there
what
on,
you
on
said.
Ring Titans Friday, as you know, I usually am setting up all day. And then somewhere right before intermission, I'll shower and I'll get into my suit. I never changed on Friday. Never showered, never changed, never
I've
nothing.
been around the
Nothing,
hall.
limping. So the next,
You were
so on
limping.
Saturday, I finally got that shower so I could change into the suit with the clothes that I brought for Friday night. But that intermission was crazy.
Dude hasn't showered in like 3 days.
Dude, we had to be and Mikey were back at the hall today, taking down the truss. It's crazy. But at intermission, Valdina, Isaiah Torres, Jay Perrin, what a scathing fucking promo, ripped from the pages of WWE. That was insane. Some little interesting stuff on the Saturday night's
I
intermission.
wasn't there, so I wasn't there till the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, it got a little hairy, but
I have
Couple
talked to
of-
the party. He flew home today. He is safe, and he said, "I'm gonna give." He goes, "I wanted to give Jay his little time to shine, to talk his shit. But don't worry, I'm coming to kick his ass in November, and I'm sure we're gonna have them both on the show." So, yeah, man.
no doubt about it. We'll be talking about that fight later on tonight. I'm sure the party and Randy, because that was a historic fight
Holy
right there,
shit.
and that was an absolute war.
Dude, Randy broke his jaw. Party, ate that fucking head right when Randy. I'm like, oh, this is a fucking
All right.
classic Randy performance. Head kick out the rip. Party's down. I'm like, this fight's gonna be quick. And my mind started thinking, shit, tomorrow night we're announcing Perrin versus Party. I'm like, fuck, if he gets knocked out, that's going to be a suspension. He's not going to be able to fight. That's going to ruin tomorrow's thing. And then I'm like, the Party battled back. Just like his fight with Valdina in that title fight. Like, he's losing the first round, and he churns it up the later the fights go.
And the heart that the Party showed in the first 2 rounds to weather those storms to come back in the third is the same amount of heart that Randy showed as the tides were turning to dig deep. Because Randy's a guy who's never been to a decision.
Yeah.
And he won a decision against the Ecuadorian zombie and Joe the Party Penifiel, the guys that respect each other. And it was just it was great to see that turn into the bloodbath of a war that it was. And yeah, both guys walked away okay and ready to fight another day with bumps and bruises that'll heal and be all right in a few months' time. And yeah, it was a historic fight in the build-up, and they executed and performed just as brilliantly. It was a tremendous fight. The small glove Muay Thai.
Dude, it was crazy.
At the professional level, first time ever in the ring. Capsize and Ring Titans won. It was absolutely incredible, and that was like the appetizer for the fucking weekend.
It was.
My heart, like the adrenaline was already spiking at that moment. That was insane.
What's going on, David? So listen, man, we're gonna sit here all night enjoying ourselves for sure. But people want to talk about some fights, and we'll get into some fights. Right off the top of your head, Andy, your cage side's best seat, ringside cage side, best seat in the house. Calling all these fights. Give me 3 moments. Give me 3 wow moments for you, just right off the top before we go fight by fight.
I should have known you were going to ask me this. I should have thought about this all day, but
no, that's off the top of the head, brother.
Wow moments off the top of my head. I think that the first fight of Cage Titan 73 between Mark McKay and Rafael Maya was the tone setter for the rest of the night, because Ring Titans went so well and it needed to start off with a bang, and both of those guys making their debut stood in the center, traded, cracked each other, and made it an absolute war until McKay got the guillotine finish. So I thought that was, like, we always talk about debuting amateurs really making a splash, and as often as we can, we kind of start cards out like that, and it's for that reason right there. So that was a true tone setter. That was an absolute, not a surprise, because we've seen so many incredible fights come to fruition that way. But I thought that was a pivotal moment right there. It was like, all right, we're in for a good one.
Well, I kind of feel like very similar. Shout out to Dakota Bush. Plymouth loved you, man. I'm glad you love Plymouth. If you didn't punch your ticket to the UFC after 7-fight win streak, I don't know what the fuck they're waiting on, but we'd love to have you back. So get back there, get back to ATT, figure out what your next play is, and if it's coming back up to us, we've already talked in the back about a few names. We'd love to have you back, and I think you saw Plymouth's just a little different. So thank you so much, Mark McKay. So Andrew Valdina is back in that Mark McKay. So to piggyback, I just want to give the man Dakota Bush shout out, Harry Bush. But to kind of piggyback off what you were just saying about that Mark McKay fight, the Muay Thai fights were incredible, bangers, back and forth, slugfest. I think we had 1 finish over the course, or 2 finishes over the course of the night. So going into Saturday, the Muay Thai fights were incredibly exciting, but like they were all went to decisions for the most part. So Saturday night, and selfishly, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I have another 1 o'clock in the morning doing fights, all decisions. I don't know if I got that in me. Then Mark McKay and Rafael Maya come out and just fucking put it on. And I was like, okay. And then the next fight's like a finish. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. Let's go.
It really did set the tone. Everybody brought it through the weekend. I really think that the build up to this card was affluent in everybody's bloodstream going into this, because everybody brought it. With Muay Thai, it's shorter rounds, standing 8 counts. So there's a lot of factors that come into as to why they go to decision, but there was nothing but excitement. There were total scraps all night. You saw a lot of debuting fighters facing off against each other. So it was a lot of jitters that were being introduced, and they did it on the stage of that magnitude. So everybody brought it throughout.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not a knock that fights go to decision or that like, oh, it's boring or whatnot. It was I was just, you gave me 3, so I was just saying that.
All right, so give me the one. Give me the second. We haven't got the second.
Damn, that was just the one.
Yeah,
Mark
this is the
McKay.
one. He told me 3.
All right, Mikey, give me a moment.
Oh, Diego Martin. I wasn't there for Cage Titans, but I want to shout out my man Vinny the Bull getting it done and that crazy celebration. Yeah, I'm on the train, man.
Yeah, I'm
You feel me?
Actually,
That's my
fun
number 2.
fact. Vinny the Bull made me put on his Cartier.
The Cartiers, man. The
He's like-
Cartiers are
So he's like,
fire.
he's like, boss, can I get a photo with
He's
you?
got the best.
And I was just like, all right, I'll take a photo with you. And then he's like, I got one more request though. And I'm like, anything for you, Vinny. He goes, can you put the shades on? I'm like,
tell Vinny I want to wear the shades.
I was
man.
like,
He's
all
got
right,
better
Vinny.
shades than me.
so I got a picture of me and Vinny with the shades on. So shout out to Vinny the Bull. Actually, speaking of celebrations, we have some fucking crazy celebrations.
Drew the
Drew
Mark
Arpin,
had
he
one.
fucking
that was cold.
crawl
That
over,
was
lifts
cold.
his
The
leg.
dog- the
That
dog,
was
shit's
fucking
crazy.
great. Did you weren't there for the?
I saw it on I was watching it on my phone.
Yeah.
So Vinny the Bull, Diego
Somebody
Martin.
said me with my Cartier. Me and the picture of the Cartiers will be on his wall.
Yeah, tell him I want to wear the Cartiers in one of these fights.
Yeah. So what was it?
Diego Martin,
The leg kick
the
finish.
leg kick KO, because I was there for all of Ring Titans. That shit
Shout
was
out to
sick.
Ryan Parker. I've never seen a dude fanboy so hard for a leg kick stoppage than Ryan Parker.
Really?
was
He
crazy.
jumps up, both hands up. Ah, you see him in the background because,
That was nasty.
and he was just like, "I love it. You don't see those often. I fucking love it." Ryan Parker. Shout out to Ryan
Yeah,
Parker.
big shout out. And
That was
then,
vicious.
Obviously, the third was us moving the cage. That was
Yeah.
nothing beats that.
yeah,
that's, number one.
that's clearly
That's the number one thing.
clearly
this whole year.
crazy moment.
Rip the piss on him.
Yeah.
Vinny the Bull, easily my new favorite fighter. Vinny the Bull, how you not fucking get?
You know, I'm going to give a shout out then for giving me 3 moments. Nick Eldridge versus the Jacobo Pito fight. That was a great 1-round war where a ton of momentum shifts and both guys just went at it. But Eldridge getting the edge and becoming the interim champion with that rear naked choke. It was, I thought, a truly incredible performance that
Absolutely.
is going to set up a big
What is he
future
now,
for
6-0?
this division.
6-0.
Yeah, no,
man.
Eldridge is
And he holds. Is it the interim? He's holding the interim.
Dude,
correct?
interim. So
And he's
like,
6-0 in 1 year. Like all his pro fights were this year.
he's on an absolute
Incredible run.
savage tear right there. And Jacobo
Straight the
Pito is as dangerous as they make him. He got his nose smashed in that first punch that Eldridge threw, and then hurt Eldridge with some body shots later in the fight, and really took it to him until Eldridge clipped him again in the second and was able to sink in the choke. And just, you can't deny that kid is at the top of the division. I know Valdina's fighting Isaiah Torres in November, but if that fight comes to fruition at some point, and they're both undefeated, champion versus champion,
Gotta unify the titles, man.
title, like
Yeah.
it's
That'd be
just
sick.
that just not trying to play Nostradamus or anything, but that just is one of those things that I don't think we've had yet, like an undefeated versus undefeated, champion versus champion unification bout. But the fact that could be in the horizon,
could.
if it maps out right, if all things go the way they go, like if nobody gets signed, which I'm hoping, of
Tyler,
course.
The torch. We'll get him. Don't worry,
there's-
Vinny the
If
Bull.
there's one thing I want more than that fight to happen in our realm is for
Yeah.
them to both get signed to bigger
Yeah.
opportunities, because that's what our purpose is. So like obviously that is what they both deserve at this point, regardless of where they're at. But if that fight were to come to fruition, that would be just
Well,
quite
listen,
the
it could
story
be-
to tell that I haven't had the opportunity to tell, of like undefeated this level in their pro careers. So that's just a monumental win in my eyes for Nick Eldridge. An incredible run. The fact that he's done all this in a year, and especially with how Killer Nostos is performing.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
This
just
year
about
was-
to say.
yeah,
is
like, they're
no
just-
shows, man. They've been killing it, man.
Yeah, and it was
been
Nostos
killing
first
it.
back to basics, two gyms that are just on absolute tears right there.
Yeah.
And they both had ups and downs throughout the weekend, but just they're producing. There was I remember when I started calling fights, it was very heavy Junico, very heavy South Shore
South
sport
Shore,
fighting,
yeah.
and it's kind of transitioned.
Sit
There were
Yo
the days
Tong
of
was
Lozon
heavy,
and
Lozon.
Sipyotong days, and now it's like back to basics. It's just loading up names every single fight.
And
There's
they're
just a-
fighting the
so,
toughest
yeah.
competition.
They're not
And,
taking easy fights, and that's what I'm loving about these schools.
so it's
Back in the day, in early cage titans day,
it felt like a new era in that
back in the early
championship
cage
fight. That's,
titans days, it was protect your record, take easy fights, protect your record. These new age now, 15 years later, it's like the fucking training wheels are coming off early in their careers, and I fucking love it. You're finding out who has it and who doesn't early. We're not playing anymore. Like, they want to challenge themselves, and I look back, and like Jack Congdon was the guy who kind of like ushered that in a little bit in recent memory, when he's like 3-4-0 and he's taking on John Piersma. And he fell short, but then he still came back, and instead of saying, give me an easy fight, took on a Contender Series veteran and Zach Davis. And then he got himself to the Contender. And I have no doubt in my mind, though he didn't pick up the victory there, he's going to come back to Cage Titans and he's going to say, I want the best out there. It's just getting to the UFC isn't enough anymore when you go 0-2. We're fiending for our guys in New England now to get there and be successful. And I think these type of figuring out who you are as a fighter lessons,
true lessons.
character lessons, and things like that at our level earlier in their career is allowing them to go back to the drawing board if they do fall short, to kind of fix holes and make sure they're all around fixing everything, so when they do get to that shot, they're fully prepared for it. So shout out to Nostos, Nick Eldridge. Congrats, champ, man. I told him, I said right in the back, I said, whenever you're back, I know he has some plans for the fall, but we were hoping maybe January we get him back. Pretty sweet. So we'll see what happens.
So yeah, that's that was a
Bring somebody
definite
in, whatever.
moment as well.
However this
And-
plays out in November.
I gotta absolutely highlight a moment where I don't know. It's been a while since I've smiled this much
Oh,
in a fight.
We
but
didn't invite
Ryan-
Phil.
Oh,
Dude,
Phil.
Tell
Phil hit my phone's dead, Phil. So hit
What
the
else is new?
DMs.
His phone's dead. Text me.
Somebody hit
Jesus.
the Phil's DMs. He only lives in Pembroke. He could be here in 10 minutes.
All right,
Hit him up
so
for him.
yeah, you have the number?
I think I do.
Text him the Addy.
Got it. But I was gonna shout out Brian Russell
Oh, he's up here.
and Josh Moraes because
That was another moment for you?
was an absolute
Tell him I got a cigar.
slugfest of a war that I was just grinning from ear to ear the whole time. It reminded me of mine and Adam's fight. Where
I
they
was
just
crying.
stood in the middle. I was
Like
almost crying
bucket
too.
of
It was
tears,
crazy.
man.
And it was
Phil said text him
it
the
was-
address.
Text him the address.
yeah, I gotta do that right now.
I'll pick up on that. I was crying.
Yeah.
And
please,
listen, I'm a softie, man. I have no problem. I'm a man. I cry. I want men to know that when I was growing up, don't be a pussy, don't cry. Listen, you fucking cry. You cry if you feel it. You feel you want to do it. You fucking do it. You see me crying on Table Titans in the middle of the cage. I don't give a shit. I was crying because I remember Brian and Bronson. Adam's been like the longest tenured guy at Cage Titans. He's been DJing for us for 13 years. If you do the math, fucking Brian was 5 years old when Adam started with us, and Bronson might have been a baby. These kids grew up.
They were grappling in
And
the cage.
They were
Yeah,
grappling
those
in the
kids.
cage back in the day as like fucking 8 and 9 year olds, like just coming to watch them, their dad work. And they also live in Plymouth, so they're super fans of Cage Titans. They come to every event now. Even as they get older, they always bring their little squad of friends from high school or whatever. So like seeing them grow up, and man, I'm gonna cry.
There we go.
Already,
It's the
man.
waterwork.
I mean, but like watching, I remember when Adam was fighting you, when he was fighting you, and watching those guys, Bronson and Brian and Lisa, just screaming and all the emotion in their faces so up close, and they're people I know. So like, I see emotion all the time in the fans, and I'm not saying I don't feel a certain way, but to see it with people I know, I'm like, oh my God, man. So I look over during the fight, try not to cry, but like Bronson, to see the brotherly love, me
Yeah.
screaming
Oh.
his head off for his bigger brother. It's crazy. And then Lisa's right behind him, and she's got the tears
Adam.
too, and Adam pacing
Adam,
back and
yeah.
forth. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just
Dude,
to
Adam
see it all.
throughout the day, the weekend was
The
nuts.
whole weekend.
Oh man,
He's like,
I was kicking it with
Big
him
Mike.
so much. It was awesome.
Yeah,
you
I'm
got the
telling you,
Yamins in the back. I need to sit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Let's go get a sit.
it was wild, man, and that
Oh.
was a cool moment. And
That
then
was seriously like,
you know what? What's even
uh,
makes it even better is I got to tell you this.
not only was that a moment of a monumental weekend, that was like a hallmark. That
Well,
was beyond
this is
highlight
so much-
golden moment of my tenure.
Listen,
that was
and you
an
guys
absolute blessing.
don't understand. Like, I watched Brian Russell and Bronson and that family for 13, 14 years grow up as kids. And to go off of that, another cool moment, like seeing Ian Barrett. Ian Barrett talked about it on Table Tides. He was 4 years old when his bigger brother, Peter, started fighting. He dreamed of fighting one day for us, to follow in his brother's footsteps and to see that. So, like, it's crazy. But going back to the Brian Russell fight, Adam and I have become very close, good friends over the years. And, it was tough enough when I matched him with you for a fight. To match your friend's kid is so fucking hard. And I cannot, I'm gonna cry a second time thinking about this. But like, to be like, yo, my son wants to fight. I'm entrusting you. And it's like, oh fuck, man. Like, dude, we're friends. You're I feel that I feel it, and I appreciate you giving it to me, but that's a fucking big undertaking. And to find the right guy, that's a fair matchup. Brian's a wrestler who wants to be an MMA fighter. But like talking to Adam, it was like, yo, let's get him a Muay Thai fight to get the jitters out before he eventually goes MMA in November. But he's not a Muay Thai fighter. He's trains in social sport fighting, which is not a Muay Thai gym. So I'm like, I have the very difficult task ahead of me. And shout out to Loco Lobo, because I trust all coaches, but Loco Lobo is also a guy who's become a very good friend of mine. And I went to Lobo and I said, listen, man, I'm in a unique situation. And where I'm going with this, it worked out for this fight, but it truly is a testament to our entire community, because these conversations happen a lot. Where I'm going with it, I call Lobo, I got this unique situation. I got this guy. He's tough. He's not a Muay Thai fighter. He needs to get some experience. I got to match him fairly. Like, I got to be a little picky. What do you got? And Lobo's like, I got the perfect guy. He's a tough kid. He, starts giving me the attributes. And I'm like, okay. But you never know when you get a no one else. So, like, I was a little scared. And then there was one night in particular, Adam texted me. And I forgot that if you read the text, you would think we were not friends. And he was late night in his own head being like, you're getting my son fucked up. You're trying to, and I won't forget it. And it's part of the story. And he was like, the next day, he was like, dude, I'm sorry I sent you that, but I was in my head. And I'm like, I get it, bro. And I felt that pressure. So the long and the short of it is why I loved it is because it was an entire community pulling together for that fight. And I said to Lobo, I'm not asking you to give me a guy who's going to lay down. I want a guy that's going to give a fight. And I was like, but it's got to be fair. And it was an incredibly fair fight. It was
Josh
an
Moraes
incredibly fun fight.
Dog.
It was an amazing thing from all sides. As happy as I am for the Russells, it just showed beauty because Lobo, like, knowing the situation of what we were looking to do and what we were trying to pull off, and helping me match it fairly. And why I said that this happens often. Some people think that they put their name in for Cage Titans that you're going to have to fight a tough fighter or a killer or this, that, and the other thing. There's many times that coaches will call me and be like, I got this guy. So Brian wasn't the first time I've had to match somebody like this. It was the first time I had to match a friend as a kid. But I've had many opportunities, and I want this story to get out to coaches to don't be afraid to hit me up and say, Mike, I got a guy that really wants to fight. Here's the circumstances. It's got to be the right type of guy, and understand that I will hear you and see what I can do. And I will work with other coaches in the community because it happens more than you think where I get those type of conversations in my matchmaking process. So a takeaway for people, my boring diatribe, is don't be afraid to say, hey, listen, I got to get the right fight for this guy. I would let him fight if these circumstances were met, or if you had a guy like this. Hit me with those because I might have something.
Yeah,
Anyways.
absolutely. That is, I've seen. I've been witness to
Adam's
this
opponent
conversation.
was a psychopath. Yes, he was.
Dude,
Huh?
can we just real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah,
That dude's a bad
said his opponent was a
motherfucker. I don't
psychopath.
care.
Who's?
Dude, when
Brian's
did
opponent.
you see
Oh yeah, he
Wayne
was nuts.
when he like walked? Dude,
That's
he
Mikey's
fucking-
favorite
hold on,
part. He
bro.
goes, "Did you see that dude?"
Bro, he's cool as shit, bro. Like when he got called, right? Andy called him to the weigh-ins. He fucking took his shirt off like he was fucking Zorro.
Unsheath, yeah.
Rah! And I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
he did.
bad motherfucker.
And then
Josh Moraes, yeah.
Then he fucking hit the Yamin. That shit was crazy.
that dude's walkout energy was. He reminds me of Rusev. If you're a
I thought that was
WWE
fucking
guy,
Darth
You gotta
Vader
take it
coming
right.
down the
Yeah,
steps.
That's crazy.
Oh, that was an absolute slugfest of a war. Both guys were trading nonstop. It definitely reminded.
Is that Cam Arnold?
it
Yeah, he
reminded
goes.
me
Cam Miles says the passion from the head of the monster to every last usher and fan is what makes everything great. It honestly is, man.
I talked to Cam.
My favorite part of Cage Fight is seeing hugging Mike's mom every time I leave. She's always the last people I see, and I walking out, man. Listen,
Shout out
Kate-
your mom.
shout out to my mom. We are Cage Side. I tell you, everybody all the time that will listen, like it's not a fucking marketing ploy tagline. It's just really it is. Like you'll see my mom at the front door.
My
Mikey's
in-laws are
mother-in-laws
fucking
now are part of
working
the
now.
family working the front
My
door.
in-laws are working
Yeah.
for Mike. This is a family affair. Fucking father-in-law, mother-in-law, they're working the doors.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah. And actually somebody said, "Oh, did I see your son in the crowd?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "He's the little one that used to work the t-shirt table." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my son. He's not too little anymore."
now he's
And-
making runs because he's driving.
Yeah, now he's running.
Yo, that was the one really tripped me out. Sometimes
he's a
this
DD.
weekend, I'm like, I see your car pulling. I'm like, he's not bald, and I was like, Jesus Christ! I was
I
like,
said
what are
him-
you doing? He's like,
I
I
said
gotta
him
run
on
out
my-
and
my-
pitch me.
my
I was like, oh,
Adams-
he's got you running now.
My mother, Nick, your mom's amazing. Your mom almost had to body someone Friday night. LOL, I love her.
Oh,
I wouldn't mess with her.
That would have
And
been
if
hilarious.
in true my mom's fashion, my mom's from Dorchester.
She would
She really is from
kid.
Dorchester. No, that's where,
that
that's where
kid.
she gets the whole I would body someone. She's from Dorchester. Dorchester kid.
past the mobs.
My mom doesn't know.
Oh my god!
But anywho,
But
but it
no,
is it is
so-
a family affair. It's crazy.
It really is, dude. So, yeah, Adam and I won Fight of the Year 2021, and the year's coming to a close, and I would not be surprised if Brian and Josh win it for 2025. That was
That was
an
a hell of a
absolute
fight.
slugfest where both guys were teeing off against each other. We had a lot of great Muay Thai fights to choose from, but yeah, I might be a little personal
Biased.
in the moment, a little biased. There might be a little bit of personal plays there, but I was glowing through the entirety of that fight of just the grit that both guys showed. There was no quitting either of them when there were opportunities for both of them to do so. The crowd was beyond into it. It was probably the.
What about the commentary booth? How was that going? Seeing it.
I had so much fun calling fights, especially the Muay Thai fights with the expertise that Chip Maraza-Pollard and Sean Schubert bring. And
Chip
Schubert,
lives right there. We should go get him.
yeah, dude, I would.
Chippy lives like right there.
Yeah, and he was all into it.
Man.
Anytime anybody would seal the ring or wear any of the Muay Thai attire, or he would
He
be
knows that
really
stuff,
going
man.
into the cultural details as to why they were prevalent and where they come from, and Schubert was so into the action, and
She was so excitable.
he loved it. He commentates like he fights with a lot of pop and really follows
November
along.
15th, David
and,
Diaz.
Can I
I,
ask something?
I had a lot of fun with them, and they both have MMA experience. So with the MMA fights, they were shop
Now-
grappling wise. It was a lot.
Listen,
of
you're
fun.
with two talkers, Mike. You
I
just
know.
gotta
That's
jump
why I
in,
gotta
bro.
like get in.
Just
So
jump in.
That's why I'm saying now that we're doing this whole new regime of Muay Thai and everything like that, did Chip maybe get a little excited? You know, what I'm
I was
saying?
letting Andy finish, but I was gonna say that's why I went with the thing. So Chip and I known him for many, many years. Like he went to school with my wife. or like they knew each other growing up. I think he went to North, she went to South, whatever. Either way, they know each other. I've known him for 15 plus years. I trained with him when I was fighting, when he was fighting MMA. And it's always been like he is a Muay Thai snob.
Yeah.
Like he is very
He wears
Muay Thai.
the thing, right?
And like he was always said to me, like, his gym's in Plymouth and we don't get his fighters because he's like, you're not traditional, Mike. At the end of the night on Friday and then at the after party on Saturday, yeah, we're going to be seeing some surgeon Muay Thai guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's important, you know. I mean, he's always going to put guys on no boundary because, you know, listen, that's not. But I think that now with the ring and things like that, like, you know, we can bridge that gap with those. Because like he said, he goes, you're seeing guys that are MMA gyms putting people into Muay Thai fights. Once you open the door to more traditional schools, he goes, it's going to even blow up even bigger, these ring fights.
Dude, your phone is probably going bananas.
Dude,
Bananas.
my
It's been
phone-
dead.
Because
I don't even know
Mike's
how
been
I
with
got a
Mike
hold
has
of
been
you.
with me all day, and he's like, my phone died. Then I got a little bit of charge.
Phone died. I don't
again.
even know how you're even here right now.
I
You mentally just guessed what time to show up.
That is kind of how it happened. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's a totally different crowd. It's a totally different vibe. It's a totally different combat sport.
They got to understand the entertainment factor a little bit. So that's the one thing that I'm hoping to bring to Muay Thai. I get it. And me and Chip kind of dialogued this out a little bit. He's like, nah, they care about the sport, traditional bow, all that stuff. And I said, I get that,
Spread
man.
it.
I get that. And I'm not asking you, not everybody has to talk shit. Not everybody has to do the Conor McGregor thing, but we got to understand a little bit of the entertainment. Give me a little something. Fucking post yourself hitting a Thai bag for me, at least, fighters. And that's what I need to bring to the Muay Thai guys. Like the MMA guys understand it. And then even look at the guys like Ian Barrett, who is a Muay Thai guy, but he learned from his brother. The entertainment value. You got to give us something. Make T-shirts. Fucking post a couple videos of you at the gym or pictures at the gym. Like, put it out there because I promise you, I realized that I didn't do this earlier because I didn't think Muay Thai had a big enough fan base. I'm like, maybe people just aren't into it. And it's weird.
Dude, we saw people that we haven't seen in years
But
at this Muay Thai.
You, like, how are you not a fan of it? It's MMA without the takedowns. It's all striking. It just tells me that there's some sort of block for some of the MMA fighters to embrace the entertainment factor. And that's the only piece that's missing right now. Embrace the fact that you're doing something cool. Embrace the fact that you're there to promote it and you're there to market it. And this sport will blow up even more. And I'm telling you, it will. I saw what I saw on Friday, our first show out, and we had a great, huge crowd. Imagine what we're going to do 4 or 5 shows from now. Like,
As long as we ain't got to move a flipping cage.
it's gonna be wild. So I'm telling you, once we get that, now here's the thing: we have footage of Muay Thai now. We didn't have footage to promote the show, and we put the crowd that we did in there on Friday night.
Oh, I was watching the
Without
whole time.
any-
and I, like,
without any footage.
Oh,
Now we have footage of people in the
and
ring,
just to, like,
and we're gonna blow it up. We're gonna post like crazy.
even to
and
the
we're gonna
photos,
expose
it
it.
was a shock to me. Like, I've scrolled through a couple and seeing the pictures of ring titans in the ring. I'm like, oh, what fights went on this week? And I was, oh, that's the shit that I called. It was a totally different atmosphere.
Typically MMA without the takedowns. Then they just show the party. He did shoot a takedown. He had a body lock
Yeah,
takedown.
knockdown, different.
No, he did the body lock
Yeah, he
takedown.
definitely did a body lock takedown.
No,
He
we
shot
did
it
it, bro. Relax.
a little bit.
January, I think it's either the 24th or the
Grab a slice of
31st.
pizza.
I do have the dates actually. My phone's dead. I'd pull
Yeah,
it up.
phone's good.
But the date's either the 24th or the
Need a drink?
31st. Those are the dates of January. Fight Fest was sick. More teen bouts like Kane. Listen, man, if any teenager out there, Kane is a future star of so like he's always looking for grappling matches. So if you're a teenager out there, get in touch and we can put it on, man. We like doing those little grappling matches.
Did I see somebody post say kids Thai Titans? Nah, we ain't doing that.
Somebody did say that.
Someone said that. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. No
Listen,
smokers.
It's not legal for
No.
under 18 to do
We
it.
ain't
so
doing that, bro.
we do it legal. I mean,
We're
listen,
legal over here. We're official.
Yeah, official.
We don't do that weird shit.
But nah.
Nah, that's weird, bro. That's
Oh.
weird.
Shout out to Artisan Pig. Big Mike, he got some Artisan Pig pizza. And Artisan, the owner of Artisan Pig, he trains at Daniel Gracie, actually.
Yeah. Well, tell them to be, tell us to bring us some pies, man, when we're working. We're working our ass off.
All right.
My wife and I go there often for pizza. The pizza's
All right, so there you go. Artisan Pig, shout out to you. I forget the owner's name, but he reached out to me. We've talked a few times when I gone in there to Daniel Gracie to like drop off tickets and stuff. So, Mikey, just pop your head in and be like, "Yo,
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my head and be like, "Yo, take care."
yeah, just be like, "Yo, looking."
Not all the time, but
Oh, he's cool, man. He would be down.
I'm not saying count my bill every time, but you know what I mean. Free meal here and there. You never heard.
Or bring him over there. Like, free Big Mike, you don't miss a
I
meal
don't
either.
miss a meal, big dog.
Actually,
I need to eat.
he had 2 dinners the other day when we went out for
Hey,
lunch.
Don't put my business out there like this, big dog. They know who I am.
I forget. He looks at the lady brings over all everybody's lunch, and then she's like, "Oh, I got another plate." And he
I'm
goes,
like, right here,
"Come
baby
here, mama.
girl.
Come here, mama."
Come here, baby girl.
Right here, right here.
That's for pops right here. That's
She's
for
like,
pops.
right here.
Pops needs to eat.
He doesn't get that figure by not eating.
All right. Big hound. That's the hound. The hound is making an
You out of your mind,
appearance.
dude? Get down.
But anyways, what else we got? Oh, Aaron Johnson with the big win
That was a
too.
nasty
Yeah.
submission. That
War
was a
baby
nasty
with the big
DQ.
win.
Oh,
I
let's
think
have some
Phil's
fun.
pulling up.
Let's have some fun. Blunders of the night. We went over our favorites.
What's a
Let's go for
blunder?
blunder.
Like a
Like a
pickup.
fuck up of the night. I'm putting you on blast. Shout out for blunder of the night, the Massachusetts State Athletic Commission. I
Bunch
don't care.
of bums.
Oh,
Yeah.
you set yourself up. That's what this is
Yeah.
for. All right. I was like,
See what I
well,
did there? And I'm like, blunder of the night. I'm taking this.
normally we have this conversation already. I can think of one. It's like every blunder we do, there wasn't many.
No, I don't like to talk about blunders, but I'll talk about it with
Oh
somebody
yeah,
else.
this was some bullshit. So yeah,
So,
we
yeah,
don't
man,
love
shout out
shit
to the
on the
blunder.
government here.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, Mass Athletic Commission had a couple blunders.
Come-
Number one, you send 4 deputies for shows. That's just ridiculous. I don't want to hear budget cuts and all that bullshit. You guys regulate a sport for safety, and you don't send enough people to safely oversee it. That's
You want a
garbage.
cigar?
Oh, Phil the Thrill's in the building.
oh shit.
Welcome to my casa. We'll give you the
So,
tour after.
That's bad. Number one. Number
That's
two,
big hound.
it's no, and I'm not putting her on blast, but you're absolutely not able to wear spats inside the cage. And not only did the deputy in the locker room miss that Alyssa Totoro was wearing spats, the ringside
Come sit, bro.
referees in their pre-fight inspection missed that she was
What's
wearing
up, big dog?
spats.
Want a cigar?
And no one realized that she was wearing spats and it was against the rules. So
I'm gonna
another
put this in
blunder.
between
And then they
us.
have a couple other blunders that I'm not going to get into. They were the biggest. What is this dog's issue?
He's a
So
hound,
throw
man.
some food over there.
He's a dog and I have food. That's what his issue is. He's a puppy.
He's a hound.
So yeah, shout out to those guys. Phil, oh look at
Got the
Phil
Cage
made
Titan
his
shirt.
own shirts, crew shirts. I love it.
Look
Look at
I
that.
need one of those. I love it.
Yeah, put the mic between
I
the
got
two.
the
of
mic
you.
over
Okay.
here now. We're good now. You want a high note?
So
you need a customized.
All right, dog.
This is
wizard.
custom. Look at front of house. PJAV.
PGA.
Co-branded.
Let's
go. So for those who don't know, I think this
What is
might be your
this?
first time. Jeez, are you gonna fall
Have you
backwards?
ever-
on that?
Have you never been on Table Titan, Phil?
No.
Welcome.
That's reclining.
So Phil Grenier, for those who don't know, the first appearance on Table Times, he is the mastermind behind like our technical stuff for Cage Titans going on what, 12 years, 13 years?
Long time.
Cheers.
Long time. Long time.
Cheers. Welcome.
2011, 10.
So between you and Adam, you guys are the longest tenured guys.
Yeah.
So what Phil started off with sound, that expanded into lights, did streaming. You've
Well,
done a little everything.
Yeah, I got into everything.
So back on my rant earlier, when someone says no, that doesn't mean no to me. That just means I have to figure out the answer to the reason why you said no. And Phil's the guy I usually go to afterwards and
Yeah.
go, I want to do this. How am I going to do it? And he comes up with some ideas.
I'll tell you right now, man. I had this conversation with you. Yeah, yesterday, the night before.
Yeah.
And everyone should know this. Okay. Paul Vare is a visionary, a freaking visionary. And you come to me with these random crazy things, and we always figure it out. This last one came to me sideways through Joe
Yeah.
Leonard, who's the other tech guy, and
Yeah.
you gotta talk. If you talk about me, you got to talk about Joe Leonard because he's the other guy.
Yeah,
Well, he's been on. So
yeah.
Right. However, this whole thing with the sliding the cage in, that came to my plate like a sideways last minute, and I'll tell you right now, I was like, this is not going to happen. I don't know how this could happen. Not a plan, but you know what, dude? You pulled it off, man. And when everybody told you this ain't happening, you sat there and I watched you look at everybody. This is happening.
That's true.
And I walked away that night when you guys were trying to figure it out. I was like, I don't know. We'll see what happens the next day. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But I'll never doubt you again, buddy. I'll tell you, man.
Oh man, he said that because he looked at me. So
I called you. I texted you. I mean, you're a goddamn visionary.
He said
Nobody.
that.
I'll never doubt you again.
I was just like, but it was funny on Thursday night because
Yeah.
Phil's just sitting around. He's like, if this doesn't happen, I have to know tonight because
Yeah.
now we're making secondary plans on new lighting rigs because we're just going to have to leave them side by side.
So
Now
many
light
other
a cage,
things have to
so
happen.
many things, and I'm just like, it's happening.
It's happening.
And he's
No
like,
question.
No,
it's
he's
happening.
like, I'm going to stick around and wait to see. I'm going, it's happening. So our first attempt was not fucking smooth.
Not at all.
And then
There's no video of that.
And then-
Not at all.
and then
There
Phil
shouldn't
just
ever be
Phil
video
looks
of
at
that.
me and Phil was just like, I'm leaving. And like part of me in my head was like, is he leaving because he doesn't believe this is happening? Or is he leaving? Because sometimes he's left when I've done some fucked up shit during setup and he's like, I can't witness them. One time he threw up watching me
I
do
did.
something.
Actually,
What was it?
so the first time when we did Access Sports, we
climbing.
we assembled this whole rig. This was the first instance we ever did any kind of big light rig.
Yeah.
And Access Sports came in and had us do this, and we had no idea what we were doing. And we literally, like, if you look at the lighting truss as we have it right now,
Yeah.
it's 4 legs, right? Okay, and we kind of build it, we raise everything up. So when we did it the first time, we built a leg, and like 2 or 3 of us lifted that leg
That's
up
like a
into
totem
place. Okay.
So like imagine like lifting it a little bit and then the guy behind you runs in
Yeah,
front of you
runs in
to
front.
go like this.
And
in
we're all
front of you,
trying to
then
push
you
this
run in
thing
front
up.
of him to push it all
20
the way
feet up in the, and then now you got 2 legs in the so then the cross beam that
That's
went up,
connected.
right? We lifted it up on these jack stands, and Mike shimmied himself up, and we somehow connected it. And then Mike realized at one point he had to like cross over from one side to the other to connect something. So he's up on top,
But if you shoot my legs
20
on this,
feet in the air, shimmying across this truss. And I visioned him dying, and I was like, I got sick and nauseous, and I went in the bathroom, and I had an incident because I'm like, this is all on me. Like, this is a lighting thing. We had no idea what we were doing. I was like, oh, Mike's gonna die, and then everybody's gonna like, why did you let this happen?
I told you, man. It's just the show's got to
Actually,
go
that
on.
show happened.
That show's got to go on. The show's got to go on. There's no
No,
doubt.
I remember.
So I thought when you left on Thursday, I'm like, does Phil believe in me, or does he just said I'm out of here?
I actually, when I
Did you
left
have
that
to
day, I
throw
was
up?
like, you know what? I've been through enough with him. I think I trust it. I don't have to know all the details. I'm
You
gonna
don't know
show up
how the
tomorrow to
sausage
work.
is made. It got made.
And actually, I put no effort into coming up. So this is a testament to you,
Oh.
because we talked about this. What if, for whatever reason, we can't move the ring, right? We can't move the cage.
Yeah.
And the cage has to sit in front of the stage. How am I going to light it from it?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll bring in a bunch of stuff. I'll do something. I put no effort into that. I mean, I'm like, I got some stock.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you know what? This
There
is
was
just
no
work.
backup.
This is work. No backup.
Okay.
It'll work.
Okay.
No backup.
You made me feel like you had a backup, though.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Well,
But-
that's
now
we
you know.
do that. We trust each other.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, it was I before you came on the show or you drove here, which shout out to you for driving it.
Well-
I said I would have got on the mic on the event and been like, everybody who's in the crowd, come down.
grab it.
go like
I
this.
can't even
and
imagine.
Pick it up and walk it. We would have walked it.
He
We would've
would've done
fucking
it.
walked
He
it.
would have done it, dude. It
I,
would've been
so
just
I
like
was
that.
still, by the way, I can't believe you didn't clear the whole floor, and we just did that in front of the crowd.
Dude, how about the crowd cheering? Like we were like, it was fucking.
They were like, and we had to calm them down.
Tyler
Relax, we
Pimentel-
all have to talk.
Tyler Pimentel acting like Tom Brady at Foxborough, trying to calm the crowd down. He's like, shh. You
Was
can't
kinda
do
my
this.
fault.
all to the
kinda
crowd.
held up a little bit. I
Yeah,
But
did
have you ever
kinda like
seen
it.
anything like that? Have you ever seen a
I got
change
fired
like
up,
that?
and I was like, yeah. And then it was like, oh, that's a bad idea. No, it was just like,
My only problem with the whole issue is now that happened. Now there's going to be something like that.
in the future.
We did that. Okay, now we're going to change that ring out for
We're gonna
another
do it
ring
better.
for another ring. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
he's got it in his head.
I mean,
Dude,
yeah.
how do you step as a Cage Titans promoter,
Yeah.
the man? How do you top that?
Lower the cage from the ceiling.
Well, there we go. Well,
Mikey's like, nah.
I gotta go.
nah.
Mikey's
No,
got
I gotta go have an incident.
He's really, we can smell it, Mikey.
Mikey's taking a constitutional.
Constitutional break.
Yeah, no. How do you top it? I don't know. I don't know.
How do you top that whole event?
I mean,
What's next for?
I already,
Yeah, you don't have anything.
I don't have
Yeah.
anything. I don't have it. I don't have it.
At some point, you
Five
can't.
steps forward, 2 steps back. Let's just go back to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
regular
Let's-
Cage Titans
yeah,
for a couple
right.
shows.
I think honestly. So if you ask my vision today,
Yeah. What's the
I could see us to a point. What we did with Ring Titans 1 far exceeded what I did with the Cage Titans 1 15 years ago.
Sure.
So I can see within a year span us, we've grown. It took us 15 years or 10 years to do 6 shows a year. I could see us in the very near future busting out once a month.
Yeah.
The Ring Titans,
That-
Cage Titans, Ring Titans, Cage
I-
Titans,
I
Ring
could
Titans,
see
Cage
that.
Titans. I honestly, I'll joke around and get everybody fired up that we're gonna do double headers
Yeah.
every time. That's not 6 shows a year and do double. No, where I would say more than likely
month.
would be once a month, alternating Cage Titans and Ring Titans, because
That's great.
I do. That's where I
You heard it here first.
Yeah, realistically, that's where I do think that we could see it go.
That'd be a
That-
decent work rate.
And that would be probably something that reasonable. And I see us
Yeah.
like we went into Friday night not opening the upper balcony, knowing that like I was like, I'd be happy if we can just fill the middle and the floor. That's how I went into
Yeah.
it. And we did. So like I could see us in a 2 or 3 more shows filling the entire building like we do for a Cage Titan thing.
Yeah, I'm
Same
sure.
side crowd. Because one thing I didn't take into consideration is we were forcing some people to split what show they went to.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there are some people that went to both nights, but
Sure.
there are some people that were maybe be on a budget that they're like, "What's up, Becca?" That had to decide I can't afford to go to both nights. I got to go to one or the
Right.
other. But if we spread, so like we did lose some crowd for Friday that would not maybe couldn't afford to go 2 nights in a row.
Mhm.
So that's if we do every month, maybe that we see some more of a crowd and
Gotcha.
we fill Memorial Hall like we do for Cage Titans.
Well,
So
Saturday was packed in a banger. by the way.
dude, Saturday.
So you could not move in that place.
No, it was wild. It was
pretty
wild.
That was the
insane.
most I've ever had the elephant crowd to take a seat.
That was pretty loud.
It was
I gotta
loud.
tell you.
Well, so I knew the crowd was going to be very heavy because, 2 weeks before the show, I had fighters being like, I need more tickets. I need more tickets.
there
I'm
you
like,
go.
there's no fucking more tickets. Stop asking. Like, this was crowd level of Barrett and Giannetti. So
And that was
you couldn't move.
That was something.
So I did a little different this time. I put some of the bigger ticket. Usually I try to put the biggest ticket sellers later in the night so that the crowd can fill up and it forces them to stay longer.
Ah,
This time I put the big, like Mark McKay was one of the top 3 ticket sellers on the card, and I had him first.
interesting.
And so I did a little differently. Like
Wow.
usually I'll put like somebody who sells 10 or 20 tickets at the first fight of the night because like more than likely their 10 or 20 people are gonna get in for the first fight,
Okay.
and they're not gonna miss it. Putting somebody who sells 100 tickets at the beginning of the night, the likelihood of all their fans getting there on time, being able to
Yeah.
watch them, is a little bit less.
So you're spreading like
I-
the
there-
ticket sales
I-
over the course of
I'm
the night.
I'm figuring
Genius.
it out. So I'm playing
pretty
that
good.
game. I'm playing that game very often.
Yeah.
Like, okay, where's this fight going? How many people are they selling? Okay, this person sold X amount of mezzanine tickets. This person, so I'm always doing. That's a skill in its own right. I put them in the
Let
beginning.
me ask you a question. What's the timing that you announce
I'm back.
the schedule of the fight?
Fight
like-
week.
Fight week.
So
Fight week.
I'm already getting
Okay.
a gauge.
Okay.
When you ask me for tickets, when tickets come out, I'm gauging what you're really going to sell.
Gotcha.
And then as we get closer and you start asking me for more, or I hit you up and say you're sold out, I'm starting to slowly kind of think what
Okay.
my flow of the night is. Where's the big pops in the crowd? Because they're going to have the biggest crowd.
Yeah.
So, like, it's so funny that we're talking about this because we always talk about the secret formula at Cage Times. Maybe that's a piece of the secret formula.
I think that
Is-
is big
is-
time.
Is figuring out
It's
how
the flow of the night,
Yes,
man.
yes.
I'll tell you right now.
it's like a set list. Actually, from
yeah, big time.
Yeah,
set
yep,
list. Yeah,
you
you got to
gotta-
figure out where the bangers are, where
Mm-hmm.
you got to bring it down a little, take a break. You know,
Oh, big time, man.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
it's,
yeah, that's
it's-
huge.
I just thought of that.
it's been
Yeah,
we've been playing that.
So
game
we
for
put
years.
McKay
Juxtaposed
at the
it
beginning,
so
knowing he
much.
was
yeah.
knowing he was going to be a big seller and be a big crowd, and it was going to get bodies in the building early
You're gonna figure
and get them popping.
if he, I mean, I don't know what he sold or whatnot, just for mathematic simplicity purposes. He sold 100 tickets.
Yeah.
And, 50 of them are going there for the first time for his debut. At least
Right.
like 30 of them are going to leave after they see him fight because they don't care about fighting. They just wanted to support their friend, but that opens up seats for later
Sure.
in the night to come through. So it kind of just like it's a filtration of the crowd.
Yeah.
And,
So there's a little bit of that to it, but yeah, if, I don't know. I don't know.
name.
Hater.
I don't know how we top it or what we do. I would say you when people ask how to top it, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
not looking.
You're not. Yeah.
I'm not looking to do that because I think when you
It's not
try to
about that.
force it, when you try to force, look, I got to do something different, and then you do something that just doesn't
Right.
hit. When it feels right, something will feel right. And back to what we were talking about earlier, there was many iterations of the cage move, and it goes back to what I was saying. Like when you hear no, or or people push back on your idea, that just means go back to the drawing board, reformulate it, and come back to the table.
Okay.
And then when you say, nah, nope, all right, cool, let me go back to the table. So to bring you, and I hate that we're just talking about it all the time, but it is kind of part of the story. It's like,
Sure.
we have a show Friday and we have a show Saturday. All right, cool. We're introducing Ring Titans and we're going to do Cage Titans. Cool. We're only going to do rings. Cool. That was the original plan. So then as the card starts coming together, I hit a block. Shit, we don't have a lot of Muay Thai fights, and I don't know how many we're going to get from this point forward because I've never done it before.
Now you
I got to put the cage and the ring in there, and I got to book some MMA fights because the ring fights might not be enough, and they're not knowing, they don't know to sell tickets. So let me throw some MMA guys in there that know to sell tickets, and I know I can get fights to flesh this card out.
Okay.
So that was the first step. And then I did that, and then
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even thinking about how the fuck I'm going to pull it off. I'm just like, this is what I'm going to do. The next stage was, okay, if we put a ring and a cage together, how's
Yep.
that going to happen? And I don't know if it was you or who it was.
No,
goes,
it wasn't me. It was
They go-
definitely not me. I got thrown at the
If
end.
I put, we only have one lighting rig. So you have to, what goes
For the
under
most
the
part.
lighting rig?
Yeah.
One or the cage or the ring? What would your logic be? If I
Uh,
said, yep, what goes under the lighting rig?
Cage.
The cage, because the
Thank you.
cage is going to be used for
That's your
both
main thing.
nights.
However,
Both nights.
you also have to base it on what's selling more and what's the bigger production.
So, first thing was, well, if we only have one lighting rig, we need the cage for both nights. Put the cage under the lighting rig
Yeah.
and leave it there for both nights.
By
And
the
the
way,
ring would be off
how
to
do
the
you
side.
focus it?
So
That
put the
was-
ring
that was-
behind and put the cage there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that really doesn't.
Overhead camera.
That
Yeah,
really
so-
doesn't put the limelight on ring tights if the cage is
doesn't.
under the lighting rig and we want to
Right.
highlight ring tights. So then came, okay, well, how do we do it now? Well, if we put the ring there and the cage behind it,
Yeah.
okay, now we're gonna have to take the cage down on Friday night
Right.
and re-put it up in place on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's breaking down the cage twice. Could we move it? No, we can't move it, right? Nope. Well, could we move it? Then the wheels start turning.
And then we got the wheels. And then we put
And
the
then it
wheels
was
on.
that was because there was another stage when we talked about. So not only was it if the cage stayed under the lighting truss and the ring was behind it, when you walk into the venue, you get no wow factor. You're going to see the cage under the lighting truss, and you can't see the ring behind it because of the walls. And then we were like, if we do put the ring behind it, the viewing angles, because you're looking through the cage to see the ring, the viewing angles would suck.
Right.
So we cannot have the cage.
All right.
Though it made most sense to put the cage first. That's how we got to it.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
For everybody out there, and there's probably nobody out there like me, but for people out there like me, okay, Mike, why could you not have the Ring Titans, the Muay Thai, in the cage? I mean, because I've seen it. I've
So
seen
the
it
problem
happen.
is that's
There
not
was-
traditional. It's not traditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that our biggest holding back.
That's-
When we
that's
did
what I'm-
when we did Muay
For
Thai,
everybody out there who doesn't understand, like I'm not a big, combat sport person.
so when we
I'm
did
asking
Muay
that.
Thai, so when we did Muay Thai,
I've been here for 11 years. I get
I'm a
some
big
of the
boy,
stuff,
not a big- not a
but
big boy.
please make no mistake, I'm not an expert on anything.
so the point was is that Muay Thai when we brought it in,
I've learned. I've tried.
it was
to learn.
not traditional. So
Not
we are
traditional.
missing out on bringing the traditional Muay Thai gyms
And
into our
to that aspect, by the way, shout out to the DJ.
the girl.
The girl.
Chick, dude, she was
Yeah,
fire.
she was awesome.
Fire, Mike.
Caitlin,
The
yeah.
music was great.
freaking great. I loved that. I mean, I understand.
Are you talking about the music?
You're the music.
Hold on, you like your DJing or you like the Thai music?
Well, no, I
So that's
like
part
Thai
of the
music.
tradition.
Oh, the
That was
Thai
wicked
music?
cool.
Oh, thought you
I
were
mean, it
talking
was a
about-
little
that's
fast,
traditional.
which I actually liked.
That's
I didn't
traditional.
understand. So I don't get
Yeah.
that was traditional thing. And all of a sudden, the music playing now as the sound guy, I'm like, oh my god, I have to start bringing this down. They're like, no, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And then we worked out the timing of it.
Yeah.
And it was sick. And also, shout out. So if nobody understood, our normal DJ Adam, right?
Yeah, his
Ryan,
son.
his
Yeah,
son, fought Friday and crushed.
Oh, we talked about
That was
fight as you were
okay.
coming
You talked
up
about that.
on the
Hey, Phil, your first time on the show, you take the ball, Phil.
No, listen, I'm just saying, like, I don't get into much, but
Hey,
Adam's a buddy.
Don't be doing that.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But Adam's a buddy.
That's a cigar.
You know what I mean? Like, I love Adam. And watching his kid was a beast,
Yeah.
just smashing. So I paid attention to that fight.
That
But Adam not DJing
Yeah.
was interesting because I had two new DJs I had to deal with.
Yeah.
And Caitlin, yeah, no, well, it worked out. Like, Caitlin crushed. I didn't understand the whole, like,
Thai music.
the whole Thai music thing. And I was at first like, am I supposed to bring this? What's going on right now? Like, nobody told me.
We did it with Andy. We did it with Mikey. Give us top 3 moments for you this weekend.
Top 3 moments.
Or give us 3 moments.
Well,
Shout
I'll
out
tell
to
you,
new champ Mike Jolliker. Fire,
number
man.
one moment, the absolute best moment was being involved with the slide in the ring and having been a part of that and watching that happen. That was top.
Yeah.
I have to say,
I got to give a shout out to Bernardo Boxing.
Dude, he's a wicked nice guy,
Dude,
by the way.
nice guy. That's who we rented the cage from,
Yeah.
and they had 6 guys that helped us as well. So shout out to him and his crew
yeah,
because
watching
that's
that,
not
watching
our
that
ring.
ring breakdown
Yeah.
was fluid. I mean, it was like just this whole liquid moment of gear
Yeah,
walking out. That was great.
And then everyone just grabbed their shit. Everyone helped out.
Yeah, everybody-
All of them.
everybody-
Seriously,
Yeah.
everybody
All the
jumped into
staff.
play
Yeah.
without
Staff,
there's people in the
staff,
crowd.
dedication.
Like I know Ryan Parker's like, you need help. I'm like, dude, you got hands.
Nick.
Pete Luciani's like, what do you need? He's like, yo, you need anything from me? He's like, I'm here for you, buddy. I go, yeah, I need some hands. He goes, what do you mean you need hands? I go, in about 10 minutes at intermission, be down here. I go, I need your hands. He's like, all right, I'm in. Valdina, speaking of hands, Valdina was setting up chairs on Saturday.
Yeah, dude. He was
Shout out to the
great.
champ, Andrew Valdina. They're doing setup. All right, so number one, the movement.
So
okay.
number two has got to be shout out to I gotta go with my guys, Derek and Joe. Milk is on me, and they get that. Nobody else will get that, but I got the Milks, buddies.
All right, milk's on Phil.
Yeah, and then third moment, so if nobody knows any difference, I've started the last couple of years. My son has come to work with me, and and he's brought his buddies, and so I now have a little crew in my side. But we're with my son Tyler. That was number 3.
Yeah.
Just my son taking over some of my responsibilities as I get older.
Yeah.
And just crushing loadout.
That's like
Yeah.
that's the theme of the night.
The theme of the night. We were talking about like
his son
family.
Maddie's driving, making runs.
Yeah.
Tyler's been crushing it for
Dude,
the past
my kid
I feel like
Tyler
he's been
has
on
been
board
cru-
for like a year.
Tyler was helping him out with the t-shirt cannon.
yeah, dude. Tyler sent his boys on a run to get us
gas,
the CO2. Make sure she doesn't get that mic. Yeah,
family, man.
That-
I
she just
love
hit that
working.
mic off.
Working with my kid.
Yo,
has
get
been
that mic.
amazing.
She knocked the mic.
Oh boy.
Chill to it.
Louis, house. You got the hounds, man.
Oh boy.
Hey, the dog knocked the mic off. You see it?
Yep.
All right, cool. It is kind of cool seeing your kid there, and you know, it is kind of nice to see the evolution. So like, that's
I love
also what I talk about. It's like Cage Titans 15 years ago when we started. These guys who are fighters for us are now coaches and gyms, and like Adam, who was our DJ, his son's fighting. Your son's part of the business.
And
now.
so I brought in, if you didn't know, like I've been doing this gig alone for a long. I've had a couple of helpers here and there. We won't, but yeah, we won't talk about that. But since I brought in Tyler, my son, he has a couple of buddies, and he's been managing a crew.
So you have a crew, and he has his own crew.
He's got his own crew. So I put that on him. I'm like, listen, these are your guys. You manage them. I'll pay you. You pay them.
Okay.
That kind of deal. But these guys love the fights.
Oh yeah, they came
They
and talked to me. In the
love
office.
the fights. So I talked to them, and they're like, I'm like, listen, I only need you for loadout. They're like, great. We'll work loadout, but we want to come for the whole day and watch the fight. You got it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy money.
Easy. Yeah. So it's family, man. It's
Yeah,
family.
It is cool. They came in. They came into the locker room and they were so happy because they were. Your son made hats.
Yeah, we made hats.
Yeah, so he was
we got
showing
hats.
off his hats.
We got merch going.
Yeah, it was very cool. Now it is full circle as we've been doing this for so long. It is a crazy journey to like now as the next couple of generations are coming through. I talked about Ian Barrett and Brian Russell.
Yeah.
And Ian he told me 4 years old when Peter Barrett, his brother, made his debut with Cage Titans, and he was like, I watched him my whole life in Cage Titans, and I dreamed of the day to fight you. Brian and Bronson, Adam's kids, they used to be like these little kids that would just roll around in the cage.
Dude, I remember when they were on stage, like hanging out, like making a mess.
Yep.
Being kids,
pizza
man.
boxes.
Being kids.
Yep.
And
Being
now that
kids.
kid's fighting. He's a beast.
Yeah. And then
He's one to look out for.
yeah, and even George that does if you don't know who George is the guy who works for Cage Titans. He works the fighter door and he's always dancing.
Always dancing.
Dancing George. His kid has worked for Cage Titans now, and his kid was the one 13, 14 years ago who used to run around with the t-shirt and have all the fighters sign his t-shirt.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
then full circle moment, my son broke his leg, and this week he was at the fights, and he's in a cast up to his hip.
Oh,
He had all the fighters signing his
Oh,
cast. as they got
nice.
out.
Oh, I signed his cast.
Yeah, everybody signing his cast. So yeah, definitely pretty cool times.
nice.
Good times. What else we got going on? Hey, we got to do. What's your favorite Phil story, Andy?
We don't want to talk about it. That's a hard game.
I know exactly what it is.
Shut that one off.
Hey, you can tell part of it.
We worked together for 10 years. All we know is we needed an Uber.
Uber.
Bad.
We don't talk about that.
Anyways,
Someone needed an Uber. real bad.
Oh boy.
You got the milks, but no, honestly,
milk's on me.
milks on me.
I gotta hear that story now.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
No, but honestly, incredible weekend, and
But-
Yeah.
and honestly, it's an incredible weekend for all of us, like for all of our staff, all of our people. Like we are Cage
Yeah.
Titans. Like without, we're one circle. Like with any, like no one's. We're all in this together, and like not one person makes it happen more than anybody else. We all need each other in this symbiotic like
Yeah.
Cage Titans community. Like whether you're in the crowd, whether you're selling the hot dogs, whether you're the fighters, the corners, it truly is. It's all of us together, and I think that's what really makes what we do special. And it's also, I don't know about you guys, and I'll let you guys. It's what drives me. That's what drives me is seeing the love from everybody and how much they truly love and are passionate about this. I feed off of that. Like all of us sitting in these chairs, we have our jobs outside of here. This is truly what we do. This because we enjoy it. You know,
Yeah.
Phil's tried to quit 100 times. When I'm 50, I'm done. All right, I'll give you the 51. I'll give you the 52. I'm like, Phil, you know, you're never leaving, my
It's a
man.
drug,
you
man.
never,
It's
you
a
know,
drug.
like you're never leaving.
You're
It's,
hooked.
It's my last year.
you've been saying that for 5 years. But we all just truly are
Go to Six
passionate
Over to get you.
and
Yeah,
love
sure.
it. And I think we all feed off each other. It's like to push each other to. You
I
know,
like
do
the
better.
challenge, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a tough gig. Like as an AV guy, it's
Yeah.
a tough gig, especially managing recently, you know, the streaming side of it and the
Streaming
networking
and
and all
network.
that kind of stuff. You
Phil
know, I'm not.
quits 4 times a show.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's a whole.
even bringing in the lighting trusses of late, like the lighting truss is a new thing to us.
Yeah,
As
what
of
we
like
at,
a
4
couple of
years?
years.
3 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when we have to, you know, as the cage set up, now we got to wait for you to do your part for us to do our parts as well, you know, and it all just comes together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you guys are all working in unison. Because like,
Dude, timing is everything.
give me
Like,
the cage, give me the cage, get me the lighting truss. Joe Leonard goes in and does all the
Yeah.
camera and wiring. Then you come in and put all the lighting, and it's all the focusing of the lighting and all that stuff.
The machinery behind that, the whole timing behind that, is like very poetic. Like
Truly is.
I tried to do a time lapse of the breakdown, and of course, the one thing I forgot to do was hit record on it. You know, key, right? But
Somebody
Most
else did it.
important thing.
the only thing, but the poetic timing of how the whole show moves together.
Oh, hold on. You're gonna do a time lapse of the entire event?
I was going to do a time lapse of the entire breakdown.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because by the time I got there in the morning, you know, this one, everything was all set up.
Yeah.
I would love to do a time lapse. That's my next thing. Since I missed the last one, I want to do a
setup.
time lapse setup, breakdown.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta hold
Yeah.
off on certain parts. As long as there's no audio.
Well,
No.
The
You
time
remember?
lapse.
who's our OSHA rep? No, sorry.
All right.
We don't want to show how the sausage is made.
No.
From one point.
Sometimes we don't
All
want
you
to
need
show
know
that.
is that it's made and it's
Great
ready
sausage.
to eat.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
And it's
Great
fucking
sausage.
No, I
fantastic.
don't mind a
There's some
time lapse.
FBI blurring we can do.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
I don't mind a time lapse from a certain point of setup. I'll
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
it at
yeah.
that. That
Okay,
is-
setup.
yeah.
Once the lighting truss is up, we're good.
Yeah,
We just do the cage. That'd be
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, the Ticket Tree guys came down one time when we were doing setup, and they did a cool video. You know, I
Yeah.
told them that I'd love.
He
to
yelled
have
at
them.
him. Mikey yelled at
I
him.
did have to yell.
Who
at him
told
because
you
we
you
were
could
doing
film
something.
us?
I did. Well, again, there was no like communication. Like these guys just showed up and started putting cameras in everybody's face, and I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here?
Yep.
Like, hold on, like there's certain things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we do here, you know, that we got to, you know, maneuver around.
Yeah.
So I'll say two things. Time lapse of the cage move.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good.
That was a good one. And
Yeah.
was your son going to do that?
No.
I forget who came. It was the intern. Louis
Somebody
that
came
did
up
it.
with that,
Louis,
yeah.
Louis did it.
Holy shit! Shout out to
Shout out to Louis, little Louis.
Louis, that's my dog. Man.
That's your dog too. So Phil, being on the show for the first time, 12 years, going on 13 years, whatever exactly. We top moment from Fight Fest we went over, but like, give me like a standout moment over your years of something that's like that sticks out. If maybe 10 years from now you'll look back and be like, oh yeah, dude, that one time at Cage Titans, or that one time at Bandcamp.
Hey yo,
Wow. That's on the spot, man.
I don't know. I do
I
on
mean-
spot shit.
Definitely moving the ring.
We're going to be talking about
it
that.
has to be.
I
that's
know, but
up there.
also
I don't think you're really grasping how fucking insane that was.
Honestly, probably the most emotional moment was the first year. To be honest with you, and not to get everybody down,
No, we like down.
it was the first year we did the tribute to Harry.
Yeah.
With his national anthem.
Yeah,
national
that
anthem.
was.
Let's bring that back.
I know it didn't go off without a hitch,
Yeah.
but Harry was, amazing.
Yeah.
And
And you did you work with him outside?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. So he was a
He's a
singer. He's in a
singer,
band. Yeah. And I do sound for bands and stuff. So, that was for me super, super emotional. Was that first one? I think I actually, I got that was overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
That was the moment for me.
All right.
That'll stand out to me because I miss Harry.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
no
a lot-
offense to
no,
anybody.
no.
Everybody does a great job.
And a lot
Well-
of people who don't know who knew
Yeah.
Harry was the ring announcer before me.
Yeah.
And he was beyond incredible.
Do that
And
national anthem.
But when you lose a family member, he was
Yeah.
a family member to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
We are Cage Titans.
We are Cage Titans, and for me, that was a thing.
Yeah. And for those who don't know Harry, and speaking about him, like he was a guy very similar to you.
Yeah.
That came from the music world
Yeah,
that wasn't an MMA fan. Like, and
No.
he didn't hide it. He was just like, I'm a performer and I'm going to get in the cage and do my thing. But like, that's how he came to us. And then by the end, kind of like you, you're like, I'm a fan. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
know.
what I was watching,
that's
but
why. That's
I
how
don't
we
know what
connected.
I'm watching, but I like what I'm watching.
Yeah, we had that talk. We're like, I don't know. That was a great fight, right? Yep, it was a great fight, right? Yep. I don't know what happened. And we learned. We
Yeah.
learned, and
That was tough. That was
Yeah.
tough. That definitely was a tough. So, and
To Harry.
yeah, definitely to Harry.
so that for me was like a
yeah,
thing.
yeah, for sure. Cheers to Harry.
To Harry Jones. To
Mm.
Harry.
Harry was incredible. And that tribute definitely.
Yeah,
His national anthem.
We should
How
play
about
that
how
a couple
about
of times. Maybe
how
once a
about the
show.
crowd shouting his name after
Yeah.
Adam and I's fight?
Oh, that was another one. You guys,
yeah.
fought
That
in
fight
this-
with you and Adam was great.
That was
yeah.
for Harry.
That was for
Yeah,
Harry. I think
that
didn't
was
they
for
raise
Harry.
money?
I know
They raised money
every
or
ticket
something.
sale went to Harry Jones Foundation.
Yeah,
That was fucking amazing.
Between both of us.
that was that
And
was
he
that was-
sold that place out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Oh,
was- that was
So-
crazy, and it was his name resonating in that building was forever ringing.
So
family.
family, yeah. Cage Titans. We are Cage Titans. We say that all the time. Mikey, what about you, man? You've been around super fan for a long time. Give me a moment.
I think one of the coolest moments that I've been a part of in the cage was definitely giving the cage piece to Miguel and the Carrier family. That's
Like
really
we cut out the down
the
carry.
cutout pieces of the mat, and that's up there for me. Another one for me too is now recently in recent times is the back to school drive. That's
Yeah.
kind of like something that I'm
You're
trying to show
spearheading.
that like we're more than just fighters, we're also like members of the community. A lot of us do live in here, and a lot of us want to like give back to the community in a way that we haven't before, because people just look at us and just think like we're these quote unquote animals that fight in a cage. Like, no, we're not. Like,
We're animals.
some of us are police officers, some of us are firefighters, EMTs, we're members of the community, teachers, like
Yeah, sure.
some of us are restaurant owners, singers, like we're more than that. And
Yeah.
that giving back to the kids, that's gonna be, they don't know what Cage Titans is now, but hopefully, receiving something from us and being like, hey, this is from those guys from Cage Titans. That makes them look into us, and maybe that becomes future fighters, future
Yeah.
commentators, future owners of promotions. You know what I mean? That's
Sure.
something massive that I'm just so proud of that all of us are doing right now.
I hope you're thinking, Andy, because you know who it's going to next.
Absolutely, and I'm going to stay on the theme of like outside of the fights.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
fights
like-
are fights.
Hey, by the way, speaking of that cutout from the cage, I've got my Cage Titans cutout that you
Mhm.
gave me.
Yeah.
That's in my shop. That's in the cage. That's in the.
I got
Nice,
more.
nice.
Trust
Still
me.
got that
That's in the
too.
PGAV shop.
There we go. Andy doesn't have anything. What do you
No,
got?
no. I mean, I attended my first 4th of July parade this year.
That
just
was
to
pretty
see
badass.
how enamored the entire parade
Were you there for
was
the parade?
with
No, so
our
yeah.
float with the cage and the setup, and
Where were you?
So if you don't know, I work for a band, the
Oh, the
Elvis
Elvis
Collins
Collins
band. We were on the road. We
Ah.
did a show actually at Levitate backyard.
Oh, we were there.
Fire.
Yeah.
So doing the parade?
Yeah, I thought that was like scope at the end of the day of just kind of how much outreach we have in
Yeah.
this town of Plymouth and just how recognized it is and how much it's grown really, because
Sure.
it was kind of cool a few years ago, but it just seems like it increased the magnitude this recent year, and just kind of seeing the steps along just the resonating vibe of Cage Titans.
Mhm.
Every time I come to Plymouth, it just it kind of has a true community outreach
Yeah.
throughout, and it's much more than fighting. And I thought that was a testament to
Yeah.
exactly how far it's gone.
I think that kind of hits me, quite often, and then it's starting to hit the fighters too. Like Aaron Hughes is like, I'm getting recognized as a Cage Titans fighter, and that they're
It's awesome.
like getting like now the fighters are getting recognized
Yeah.
too, like as Cage Titans fighters, and not in their immediate like friend circle group.
Right.
Out it's like random people. So that is kind of cool.
That's great. Yeah, that's there you go.
And that's why I told you earlier in the show, if I listened to people that told me no, we would never be here today 15 years later, I would have never started Cage Titans. Don't ever fucking listen to no. Just fucking figure it out.
There it
Turn
is.
around.
Turn
There it
on.
is. Take
Yeah.
a lesson from you, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, unless Phil tells you, if Phil's like, oh, Mike, I really don't think there's a way to do this sometimes. But like Phil's a master when it comes to tech stuff. Like he fucking, and he don't buy off the shelf shit. He fucking makes this shit. Like he just fucking makes it. Like it's insane what you do, Phil. I know.
I'll never say no. I'll say I don't know why I didn't work.
Well, that's just to push you a little bit because you're always in my ear
Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes. But last show, I know I've seen you put out fires before. I've seen you do it. I don't know what you're doing, but I've seen you put out fires and make shit happen in real time for years. But I think it was a show or two ago. Listening to the process of it. and
Well, that
just
was a
shutting-
funny one. Yeah.
And then just shutting up, and you're like, you know what? I think we're just gonna have to torch this shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That
have to-
so
this is-
that was last show.
and then,
Actually,
oh wait, I
we
didn't
weren't
say this.
entirely sure walking into the show.
But just hearing you incinerate it and then bring it to life and then
Yeah.
slaughter it and then come back again and then look at it from different angles. And like there was a point in time where I was like asking questions and I didn't just shut up and I was just listening.
Yeah.
And
That was last show.
Andy
I've
goes,
seen you
I
do
actually,
it,
Andy came
but
up, he
then
goes,
hearing it and
it is
watching
like,
you do it.
Phil just said torch it. And I was like, what? Actually,
we often think the answer to our issues is somebody set fire to part of the building. That's
well,
that's
actually,
the-
and this is just like how well we know each other over these years. Like now, like so this past show,
I effing hate this building.
I fucking hate. I'm walking by Phil, and all I hear is "fuck this fucking place." I fucking hate this building. Fuck this, blah blah blah. And like I forget who was walking, and I just walked by you.
Yeah,
And somebody's
2
like,
minutes
"Oh, do you
later,
want to check?
everything's
Does somebody want to? You don't want to check on him?"
No,
I'm like,
he's
"Nah, it's
fine.
just fucking Phil." I'm like, "He's gonna figure it out." I come back out. I'm like,
Yeah, everything's
"Phil,
fine.
what's up?" He goes,
Yeah.
"What do you mean everything's fine?" I go, "I just heard you." He's like, "Everything's fine." I go, "What happened?" I go, "What
That's-
happened?" He goes, "It was on me."
It's totally on me. Listen, I'll admit when I fuck up. And I totally fucked up this last show. The show before that he's talking about,
It was
not me.
No, but
Okay.
still, the troubleshooting.
Torch
and
the
way
fucking
that-
place.
It was just like
Third Memorial
I
Hall.
was just like listening to you trouble, and I could only hear.
He's hearing the whole thing. I'm like,
people,
oh,
not everybody.
yeah.
So like there were arguments, and I could hear you like talking
It was
to
me, Derek,
you
and
Derek,
Joe
I could hear I could
going
hear
back
Joe,
and forth.
But then there was someone else involved, and then you barked at someone that I couldn't hear. It was one of
Yeah.
the funniest processes hearing all three of you. Shout out to Joe and Derek.
It's
by the way.
chaos, man. Sometimes,
It's just
and I'll tell you right now, like this last fight was no,
walk in the park.
no, it was no departure from the normal procedure.
Yeah.
You know, I set up. You know, although it took place over 3 days for me. I started Thursday night. You know, we had Friday night, we had Saturday night, and Sunday I was off, thank God. But no departure, you know, and like Saturday, everything's done and done and done. However, you know, and honestly, I went to lunch. We had a succulent Chinese meal.
Nice.
And
That little spot
which
over
does
there?
anybody know that
Of
quote?
course. Nah, I
Uh,
stay away from that.
What is it
spot.
from?
that's an
guy who
old
got
that's an old
arrested with-
meme.
yeah.
Yeah, guy who got
This is like a-
Look that up.
Can I get me a little succulent Chinese meal?
Succulent Chinese meal.
No,
But
that place gave me the BGs one time.
listen,
Stay
we're
wild.
not talking about that. But you know, I had a little nap, and if anybody knows, I'm notorious
Dude, he falls asleep in his chair all the fucking time.
all the
This
time.
is just Phil.
I'm done. I take a
I'm
nap.
like, they're like, is that dude sleeping? Music blaring, fucking shit going on. He's
I'm out like a light.
hands on the belly.
Yep, I'm out. And then all of a sudden, something is awry, and I got to spring into action. And it's like, it's the hall. You know, sometimes it's like the network goes awry, the
Yeah.
hall goes awry. Something's obviously, but this last one was me. I hit a button. I hit a button that changed something and killed all my input routing. And
He's
it was
fucking
totally
sweet.
me.
I fucking hate this. And I don't remember who I was walking with. They go, is that dude all right? Do you want to go check on him?
But we
I'm like,
got it. We got
like,
there. It all
I'm like,
gets
nah,
there.
that's just Phil. I'm like, he wants to kill people fucking 9
It
times.
it all worked out in the end.
I don't
for
want to
sure.
ignore your question. 4 ounces of freedom. Thank you for coming to the show, man. It was great to finally meet you. I see you in the comments all the time, and now to put a face with the name. Shout out to you for coming.
And shout out to John who helped us with the internet issue. and Also helped me set up the locker rooms backstage Thursday.
came to help
yeah,
when they
yeah,
closed
yeah.
out.
Was that the guy who was like, "Turn off your Wi-Fi,
Yeah, yeah.
asshole"?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't give me that idea.
We have a staff position.
Yeah, exactly. We do need you
Tell
on
them
that.
we're hiring.
Yeah,
We're hiring.
Yeah, he was the one that told me,
Apparently,
and I do have my Wi-Fi off, and we haven't had any breaks.
I'm not. Yeah.
But I didn't know that. I'm like, I just thought when you hardwire in, it automatically defaults to the hardwire,
Listen.
but whatever.
Yeah.
But shout out to
You're-
Florence
You're,
Freedom. He
talking
said,
to you're preaching to the choir.
in 15 years of doing this, what's my biggest moment outside of just the fights? I mean, that's so fucking hard. Like, I honestly, I can't even answer that, and I'm not just trying to take a cop out. Like,
Yeah.
I said that to somebody the other day. Like, oh, what's your favorite? It's like, what's my favorite kid? I have 5 of them. They're all my favorite. Like, I can't pull out of a trapeze.
They're all your favorite.
I have 2
But
drivers.
there's legit one. You're like, yeah,
no,
not making it
yeah,
into the prime time.
I don't even know what my favorite moment of 15 years like would be. Like
Yeah.
I really don't. Like every time, listen, I'm not even being corny. Every day I wake up and I'm able to do this is fucking amazing. Like I never thought this would be my life. I never thought it would become my life. I never thought I'd be able to touch so many people's lives
Yeah.
and be so important to them and like what we do. It's just crazy. Like this was supposed to be. I liked watching fights on TV. I should train. Maybe I'll take a fight. Maybe I'll take a second fight. Maybe I'll take a third fight. Maybe I'll start a fight company, or maybe I'll just do one event because I was a manager of a venue. Turn it into 2, turn it into 3, like every day of my life is my favorite moment because I get to do what I love and I get to be a part of such an amazing community, and build this amazing community.
All right.
That's the corny answer, but that's just the truth.
I'll stop you.
Yeah.
What's the 5-year, buddy?
What, my 5-year? Ooh,
So you and I talk all the
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
What's the 5-year? What's your 5-year, man? Where are you 5 years?
5 years. All right.
20 years of case time.
5 years.
20. Now you're 20 years.
Whereas Cage Titans
I'm dead and
100.
gone.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not.
He burned fucking Memorial Hall, so we're not there.
We
Somehow that place is gone in fire.
I think in
There's a
5.
trunk involved.
There is a truck involved.
Yeah.
I think in 5.
The truck and-
I think in 5 years,
It's all right.
I'll be moving slower for fucking sure. I'll definitely be moving slower because these shows are fucking.
They're brutal.
They're I don't know.
Now you're
about
at
you,
now you're at 2 a weekend.
I-
Yeah, they're killing.
but
You're killing me.
I would say in 5 years, I definitely see Ring Titans taking off, where
Yeah?
we see shows
All right.
like we talked about. Maybe if we're doing 6 Cage Titans shows, there's
You
no
think
doubt
it's
in
at
my
least
mind.
12.
At least 12. We're doing one show
a month, okay.
one a month, one of each. I think that's definitely 5 years. I think in 5
I see
years,
that.
I could see us hit the road.
Yeah.
We haven't hit
I've
the
talked
road.
to you about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't hit the road. I mean, people say, why don't you go elsewhere?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, Plymouth Memorial Hall is the perfect venue. Like, people come from out of state. And they're like, I know.
Sorry.
Phil hates Memorial Hall.
I hate Memorial.
Well, he hates Memorial Hall. I love it, for the record. Right? Phil hates it. But there's
The
some
tech aspects of Memorial, if you don't understand, the production aspects of Memorial Hall are just staggering. But that
So
besides
5 years, I see maybe Ring Titans taking off, and I see us maybe hitting the road and doing,
which I like.
some other shows in different areas.
Yeah.
Potentially. 5 years, I don't know if Memorial Hall will still be there in 5 years. It's a decrepit
Not-
ass building.
Not if I have an interview.
Yeah.
No,
you know, you forget.
Spoiler alert. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
I let Memorial Hall Joe hear that.
Yeah, sorry, Joe.
He's gonna be out of a job.
But yeah, I can see us hitting the road, and I can just see us like, more fighters getting to the UFC.
Yeah.
More fighters from around the country. I think that they're starting to realize that our platform expands beyond just New England fighters.
Yeah.
You'll see guys who will come to us and win fights with us and proceed on. You don't have to just. So I see that being some, not necessarily expansion, but more of that, more of guys like that. Yeah.
Dummy question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if you have, so I have limited knowledge. Agreed.
Yeah.
UFC's like the big game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like the NBA or
That's
the
that's it.
NFL,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? And so, how many other? So, would you consider yourself like the AAA, AA, whatever it is?
Yeah.
The underleague, right?
Yeah.
How many of those are there around this area? If you wouldn't, do you know those numbers?
In New England or
It-
across
just
the
in
country?
New England.
There's like one in each state.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one in each state. Okay,
yeah.
so it's like a farm league sort of. And
In each state.
There used to
At
be
one
a
point,
few
there was a
around
few
here.
in
There's a couple that
Massachusetts,
still
but
are
Okay.
around
Okay,
in
that's fair enough.
Massachusetts.
so like there's a promotion in Maine, New Hampshire, Rhode Island,
gotcha.
Connecticut, Mass. There's a few in New York. I'm sure in other parts of the country there's a few.
Cool. All right. So it's, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's other
It's
areas.
like a
that
farm league here and there.
So Expectation Sports, our broadcast partner.
Yeah.
They do shows every weekend. They do essentially a different part of the country.
successfully.
Caged. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was. They do
Yo,
Cage
I
Titans.
regret that comment. Yeah, I know. I'm
They
sorry. I
do
apologize.
essentially Cage Titans every weekend, but other parts of the country like
Right.
Cage Titans.
not like
That was
Not Cage Titans, but like listen, it's okay. It's not Cage Titans. But, so yeah, there's other promotions out there. I think that what we built is organic. I think that's also part
Yeah.
of our secret sauce. Like we started at the bottom and we bring our fans and fighters along for the ride.
Yep.
We're very transparent in what we do. We're very open. We're with what we do. People see our failures, they see our success, so they feel on the journey with us.
Okay.
I think that's also what helps us out. And we've known for a long time we've had something special. And I think in the last few years, the country
It's starting to get refined. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Right now, just watching other, I don't do like combat sports, but I do other things.
Yeah.
This thing is nailing down, getting refined. It's pro.
It's become not that it's become less fun, but it's become less fun and more business over the years. It's like I think that's really what it comes down to. Is it's like
I'm still having.
You think
More-
less
more-
fun?
I
Or
don't know. I'm
fun.
still having fun.
oh no, not
Yeah.
that, like I prefaced it. It's not that it's been more fun, but it's like it's more than just fun now. I
right.
think we're taking it a little bit
Well,
more
another
serious.
thing, too, that
Everybody's
we've
taking it a
all-
Maybe it's
little
more
bit
serious.
We've talked
that's
off
kinda what's
camera
kind of
as
been-
well, but now bringing this to light is every show you're always saying, "I'm never satisfied. I'm never satisfied. I'm never satisfied."
That's the key. You
We're
guys all
getting-
put in the heart.
We're getting 1% better every
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And it's always that 1% that just keeps us evolving all the time.
good, better,
There isn't
best.
100. We're just gonna keep going. Like, all right, cool. We did this. Now, what are we doing November 15th?
I'm gonna deep take you guys, and listen, I'm deep taking you, and this will get you to understand why this is my mentality. I'm gonna bring you back 25 years. I worked for a company, Mr. Tux, and I worked one below the owner, Cheryl McCann. She's on my friend list. Maybe one day she'll catch this and she'll hear it. And I'll never forget the advice what this lady taught me. I used to sit at a desk that the guy wrote a memo out to the stores. And since I had his old computer, she said, hey, can you go on that computer and send out this memo to the stores? We had 50 stores. And I did. I opened up the memo and I sent it out. Now I'm sitting at my desk and she calls the VP of operations in her office. And she's like, who the fuck sent this memo out? And I'm outside of her office and I can hear this. And she's like, why the fuck would they send this memo out? This is fucking bad. This is this, that, and the other thing. Now here I am. I'm like, that was what they sent out last year. I just resent out what they did last year out. And I hear her just like, not ripping me apart, but ripping the whole thing apart. And I'm sitting there feeling like this fucking small. I'm like, damn, I thought I did a good job. I sent out the memo. She asked me to send out what went out last year. And then a little later on, she brought me in her office and she was just like, hey, listen, I need to talk to you. And she's like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. I was like, well, I don't understand. Like, that was the memo that was sent out last year. That was from the computer. Like, that's what you wanted me to do. And she goes, I'm going to tell you right now. I go, I thought it was good enough for last year. Why isn't it good for this year? And she's like, no matter what you do in life, no matter how successful what you did in life, like, the next time you do it, change something and make it even better. Never be okay with it. She goes, yes, that memo was good last year, but you should have opened it, read it, and made it better this year. If you did something 5 minutes ago when you had success, if you did something 5 years ago when you had success, that success does not carry into the next time you did it, no matter how successful it was. I don't care how perfect you think this show was. There's something you can do better. And that was just, again, it was 25 fucking years ago, but it's something that always stuck with me.
Yeah.
That here I am, because most people would go, oh, it's the same letter. Send out the same letter. That was good last year. What would I change? Why would I need to change it? It's something as stupid as a fucking memo. But she really hammered home the point. No matter how good you think something is, or no matter how successful you think the last time out was, it's never fucking good enough.
Wow.
Change something. Change something. Because if you don't, the world's going to pass you by. And 25 years ago, Cheryl McCann, shout out to you.
There you go.
Yeah, her and her two brothers owned the company Mr. Tux. And, we sold it to Men's Warehouse 20 something years ago. And that was one lesson she taught me, and I will never forget that.
That's why you're the visionary.
I say, there's nothing. I don't care what it is, how minuscule you think it is. Change something about it and make it a little better, and never be okay. Soapbox over. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Good, better, best.
No,
Good,
man,
better,
that's
best.
that's fucking why you're the man.
No, I'm not the man. It's just,
Well,
I hope that me saying this, somebody sits there and the same impact she had on my life, I can maybe have on yours. And you might be like, that's a fucking great way of looking at life. And I'm going to give you one more because I'm feeling in my feels. Amanda Catalano and Dan Catalano. Dan Catalano will probably never watch this show. Maybe his daughter or her daughter, Ariana. Maybe one of you guys will watch it. But Dan Catalano, 30 years ago in my life. I'll never forget this either. I was dating his daughter, and he had like a 67 Stingray Corvette. And he comes in, and he's like kind of covered in paint or whatever, and he just nonchalantly walks out past us as we're watching TV, goes into the thing, nonchalantly walks back with paper towels and like towels and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, she was like, oh, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, I punctured a spray paint can, and it got all over the engine of the Stingray. Just like that. Fucking towels in his hands and walks back into this garage. And I looked at her and I'm like, your dad's joking, right? She's like, no. I go, he just fucking exploded a spray paint can all over his fucking 67 Corvette. And he just walks in like fucking nothing. And she goes, oh yeah. So like as in the talks after that, it was like, getting upset or getting emotional, will that change the outcome of what happened?
Oh.
There's paint everywhere. Go get paper towels and clean it up. If I'm hemming and hawing and bitching and moaning and screaming and yelling, it doesn't change what just happened. So if you guys notice, and maybe I'm being naive to it, I always try to keep that even like you can't let emotion
Sure.
because it's not going to change what's happening in front of you.
Yep. That's,
Before he,
that's exactly the kind of talk why robots will take us over and own us someday. No. No, AI will own. No.
But I'll never.
No, listen. Robots will own us. Let's be clear.
I wish I could
Right?
see that guy one day
He knows.
and tell him the impact he had on my life. Because everybody's like, dude,
Yeah.
the world could be burning around you, Mike, and you just be like, I would be like, yeah, cool. Like, all right, we're gonna make it happen. Like that's, but that's stuck
We'll
with
be
me.
here for Cage Titans 155.
30 years ago, that happened, and I will never ever forget that in my life. That
That's
lesson, and he probably doesn't even know he impacted me like that.
Right.
It was just like getting mad about it's not going to change the fact that I have fucking orange spray paint all over my engine.
Yeah.
I got to clean it. I got to fix it. No matter how.
That's calm.
No matter what happens at Cage Titans, I'm not getting emotional. I have to. I got a job to do. No matter what happens in my life, I don't get emotional, and because it's not going to change what's in front of you. So those are my couple lessons for you guys.
There you go. Words of wisdom.
Voice tone sets the pace. That guy was right. No, man. Listen. I wish he knew what he made, the impact he made on my life. Because when I was a kid, I was a fucking nut job. I was very emotional, angry, all the fucking bad things you could think of as like a teenage kid or in my early years.
Teenage
dirtbag. My teenage dirtbag years.
You know what? That's a good lesson, man. Because I fell into that.
You fall in that a lot, actually. You and Joe Leonard fall into that a lot. Shout out to Joe Leonard. I said that to Joe.
Joe's pretty calm, actually, all things considered.
You think so?
I've never seen him blow up.
I don't know if I've ever seen him blow up.
I explode.
You explode. You definitely explode.
Especially, and I apologize to all the people. I apologize to all the people in the parking lot the other night, fucking Saturday night. Yeah, where I almost ran over like 40 people that were hanging.
Phil was losing his ever-loving mind Saturday. Who the fuck? I can't put them. I was like, damn, I'm gonna just leave him alone.
Yeah, that was yeah.
You
know what?
It is.
I hadn't gotten the Mike Paul Vare pep talk about leaving your emotion behind.
Well, like,
because you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Getting upset
It's not gonna fix it.
wouldn't help. I still had to fucking pull all my gear over the lawn into the trailer.
It doesn't change anything.
Doesn't change it.
And that's the whole point. Like yelling, screaming, getting emotional
You're right, Mike.
doesn't change what you need to do. So it's just wasted energy.
Yeah.
It's wasted energy. And the amount of time that people would take bitching about something, if they just put it into action, they would be so much better off. Sitting there bitching and moaning about something for fucking 10 minutes. It's like, it didn't change the fact that you got to do it. That 10 minutes, you could have took a jump start and fucking get what you need to do done. It just is what it is.
Spend 2 hours figuring out the easiest way to do something to do.
I feel like I'm very talkative about like life lessons tonight.
Emotions.
It's all good.
Yeah, there's just
He's got the dad Mike Paul there.
What?
He's got the dad you out.
Yeah, listen, man. I just
Normally
you know
just
what?
get the regular you.
No, I mean, I feel like there's lessons outside of fighting and outside of like what we do at Cage Titans that can be taken away. So it's just like when I hear you say like, and I respect it, and it makes me uncomfortable a little bit. But like when you're like, dude, I never doubt you, or like what? I'm not special. These little tidbits of knowledge that I've gotten over the years that have helped form me has made it so that I can do it. You could do what I do if you had some of these, like maybe some of these philosophies or like some of those experiences to draw off.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a visionary.
Yeah,
The fact
you
that
are.
I heard from Cheryl McCannis or Dan Catalano and I formulated all into that, like that's why I do it. So like,
But I think that's what leads into being that kind of person. Like, don't take anything away from that. Like, yeah you kind of are. Listen, all your experiences led up to you being who you are, which is the kind of person that like sees a path and doesn't let all the outside influence get to him. Well, you call it a visionary, call it whatever. That's what you are.
Yeah.
I am like a different side of that. where I see all that stuff and I overanalyze it,
Yeah.
and then I weigh it out, and I almost get like weighed down in
And
all the
nuances.
possibilities. And I don't like to make that kind of decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I don't like to just go for it with full, unabashed, like this is gonna work. I don't have that confidence.
Well, it's kind of, now let's go back to fighting and where I draw on that experience and what you, it's
Called what?
called logic.
It's not so much logic. I have a lot of logic.
Well, I go back to this, like fighting, and maybe this is the draw on fighting.
I'm
Being-
more logical.
But going back into fighting, and that's the business that we're in. My experiences in fighting. How many people, and Andy, you've trained people or been with training, like it's like, you know what? I want to go to the gym. I got to get in shape to get to the gym, or you know what? The best thing to do is to fucking start.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up into, like when you were just saying, that's what makes me think when you're like, I get caught up in the nuances, sometimes get bogged down. It's like,
100%.
you know what the best first step is?
Before you do, I don't care if they can hear me. Probably good if they can't. I've also seen you get choked unconscious, come through and be like, I didn't go out.
I know. Dude,
I'll tell you where you're right. I'll tell you where
It's just do
I'm
it.
the kind of guy, and there's a term for what I am somewhat, analysis paralysis.
So that's what I say. That's where I was going with it. It's like you get so caught up in everything
Right.
that you don't just do an action.
Right.
It's like just do
100%.
the action, and that's more important. Like when people are like, oh, I want
No,
to
you're
gym
not wrong.
or this, that, and the other thing, is like just fucking go. It's like just go.
Yeah.
Like just
No, you're not wrong.
the first step is the most important. So
100%. You're not wrong.
you know, but we digress.
And
the,
there we are.
the water's kicking. The water's kicking today. And this is my third energy drink today. I'm still living off energy drinks from Fight Fest weekend. Yeah.
6.
2 months in a bloom today. So
There it is.
I'm still kicking. No, you know. So where I'm going with this is like we had a lot of experiences over the weekend when it seemed like we did the impossible, or we had challenges that we had to overcome. And maybe maybe I'm feeling this way is because it was cool to do something for Cage Titans, and as badass as it is, we all enjoy it. But what we're doing at Cage Titans isn't just Cage Titans related. Some of these lessons and thought processes could be transcend to other areas of people's lives.
Oh, for 100%.
and I think sharing and talking will help.
Yeah.
Like maybe somebody could apply some of these same principles
Yeah.
to their everyday life
Yeah.
outside of the cage. And since we have the platform that we have, maybe we could help people out. And that's kind of where I'm at in my phase after this week.
That's great.
You know, and it's like we're visualizing it as moving the cage, because that's what you guys can all see. But it wasn't moving the cage. It was
Moving
people
an
saying no,
and you doing
me
it anyway.
saying, yeah, me doing it anyway. Me not accepting no, or it can't be done.
I'll never forget Joe telling me this was going to happen. I was like, are you
All right.
fucking kidding me?
I remember the same conversation.
So
I'm
I
dude,
think-
I don't know how we're gonna
so
do
that-
it,
I
here
think
we
But
are.
then I was like, well, if anybody can do it.
And that's where I'm really at today.
Yeah.
And yesterday when we had our staff lunch and things like that. I'm like,
Oh, you had a staff lunch too, huh?
well, it feels like, oh, thanks for the invite. If you know, that's where I'm at with it. It's like, yes, we moved the cage, and that's what everybody can see and focus on. But it wasn't moving the cage. That was the visual that you saw. The lesson there was when people tell you no, or it can't be done. That's not that in my world. That is not okay. And there is ways to get it done, and there's ways around it.
We got it done, man.
Yeah.
We did it. There's a hell of a moment in all of our lives that all of us were a part of it.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Everybody's pissing and farting and
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Damn, dude. I need to rip that. That was a lot of pizza.
anyways,
Everyone.
No, yo, what are you eating? No.
Oh, yeah, pizza.
incredible fights, incredible weekend as we sit back and reminisce.
We're definitely
Your
gonna
food's
do it
over here.
again.
Your dog food's over there, Andy.
I know we do.
I thought you just said I need food.
No, my dog just grabbed some food out of the fridge.
Uh,
Yeah, I thought.
anybody else have any good questions or good moments that they want to share? We'd love to hear it.
Still got some time left.
If
man,
not, you know, an hour and 55. We're gonna do
We've
2
been doing
hours.
this 2 hours already. We haven't gone over all the fights yet.
I mean, we're probably
We've gone over a lot of things.
This has been
Touched
2
on
hours
everything.
already.
Yeah.
And especially Phil, this is his first show, so
Yeah, hell yeah.
Phil
Absolutely.
coming through.
Absolutely.
Phil the
Pleasure
thrill.
having Phil coming through. I can't believe
Phil,
this is your
Phil
first
and his
time on
wife used
Table
to send me
Titans.
pictures from bed watching Table Titans.
Right.
You are, you
Yeah.
know that.
We got it on the right on the TV over the fireplace.
Can't believe it's your first time on.
Shout out
That's
to
like-
shout out to your
that
wife.
really
Is she
sucks,
watching
man.
right now?
She is dead asleep.
You just snuck out. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, baby, I'll be back in like. a
Oh,
couple-
she had no idea.
an
left.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
Won't be out
funny.
here till 4 in.
Shout out to Adam Russell. Said, "Hey boys,
Uh,
sorry I couldn't be there."
No, it's all good,
Uh,
man.
I would-
to hear you coming
Came
through, but it's all
man.
good,
I would
man.
give
hope
I would
you
give
celebrate.
one last shout out to JoJo
Yeah.
Gianetti, who I saw in the parking lot
After the fight,
Saturday night.
you're laughing. What's what?
Because so in the midst of trying to negotiate my loadout,
Yeah.
Mikey was the only guy, and the trailer and the truck were in the way, and I won't get into what he said.
Yeah.
Did you remember what he said, right? When I was like, "Do you know how to hot wire this thing?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was
So-
like, yeah, that'd be a little illegal.
So anyway, he had a funny comment, which cracked
You're not
me
gonna fucking share it.
He was like, so I'm like, so Mikey normally moves the trailer. It was Tyler's truck in the way, and I'm like, do you know how to hotwire this thing? And JoJo's like, what? Would you say that because he's black?
Because I'm Spanish.
Actually,
Brazilian.
On a serious note,
which is funny.
Quite funny.
and not
It
to
was
bring
funny,
it
man.
down,
It was
and
funny.
again,
I laugh.
I witnessed firsthand this today, and I said it to Mikey. Do people treat you like this? I feel like people look at you a little differently. And you're like, yeah, it's because I'm fucking black or Brazilian. And it's like, he's like,
I was gonna
people-
say,
dude,
my
like,
only comment.
My hair is insane. I'm a massive human being. People just look at me like, oh shit.
like you walk
what's
into
gonna
the,
happen?
we walked into a few places today, and like the weirdness of the interaction, like of the person, like, what do you guys want? And
Yeah,
like,
it was
like,
just-
like
Well,
we're
remember that
fucking to
time at
shake them
Walmart?
down.
Like, remember that time at Walmart where we were walking out and the Walmart lady didn't check nobody else's slip, but fucking stopped me to check my slip? I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way,
wow.
to be fair, I didn't think you were black.
No, it's cool.
I think
man.
you're
I'm
Spanish,
Brazilian,
like-
I'm Brazilian. But
like
yeah, when you
Puerto
look at me, I'm
Rican.
a man of color. But it's cool, man.
Yeah.
This has been all my life. I just deal with
You are built differently
And I'm
too.
fucking big as shit, man. People just get a little intimidated. They see me and they're like, fuck. My hair is a fucking mess.
Also, you're like kind of a cop, right? You a cop?
No for
CO.
sheriffs, man. We're
Yeah,
cops,
so
man.
you kind of know how to like hotwire cars.
Hey.
Shout out to Stavros, honestly.
Yeah, big shout out to
Stavros.
Stavros.
Stavros, great fight. It's good to see you back after those years. And you played a significant part. Every piece, every fighter, every fan, everybody. If you have not heard my theme from earlier, we all are needed. We are all in this together. He sent me a message, and you're not the first fighter. I've had fighters be like, I don't know if you remember my name. And I'm like, boom, you fought this guy. Like, he sent me this message. He's like, I know I probably played an insignificant part in Fight Fest. And it's like, no, Stavros, you were an integral part of Fight Fest. Everyone there is an integral part. Like, don't ever like he's like, I'm an insignificant part. I'm like, no, you're not.
Fight matters.
You're every fight, every fighter matters. Everybody in the building matters. We all matter. And so Stavros, thank you. And I appreciate after all these years you coming back. I don't know what your next plan is. I saw you had the status up talking about a couple different things. But whenever you're back, you have a home with Cage Sides. You've always had a home with Cage Sides. And we cannot wait to see you back in there. And great fight. Was a draw too, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
Stravos brought in a massive box of school supplies. Like
And
a
and
big
actually,
box,
shout out to
dude.
him. So
Dude,
Mikey was
massive. I
like, "Did
personally
you
thanked
see the
him.
fucking box of shit Stavros brought
Dude,
in?"
Massive box, massive, huge shout out. I personally thanked him. Thanked him there.
Yeah.
Shot him a message today. Like, dude, that was incredible.
Yeah.
What he did.
The back to school drive. So yeah.
That
went as successful this year too.
Yeah, very well.
Hell
Very well.
yeah,
We
dude.
threw the picture up. We threw the shout outs and everything like
Nice.
that.
Big Mikey was the savior for me Friday. My guy had my back, kept me calm until the fight started. Adam.
Adam,
Yeah.
of course, man. You had to get the Yamin in you.
Adam was, man, that was crazy. That was wild, man. It was a cool thing. Hey, maybe your son will fight one day.
Maybe I don't.
Russell, WWE.
Yeah.
Wait till you see Russell Titans, guys.
Wrestle Titans.
Russell Titans.
Wrestling Titans.
Dude, his kid. Dude, his kid. That was one of my favorite fights, man. Brian.
Yeah.
He came out fucking slugging.
Yeah.
That was great.
What
What a beast. What a
Yeah.
beast.
That's
That was a proud moment.
That's
Like,
my running for fight of the year.
Oh my
after
God.
Adam and I won fight of the year a few years ago. That was
That's a
crazy,
great
man. That
fight.
was like-
You know, actually, I think a sneaky fight on that fucking card. Neil Masvidal versus Sal Bessaril.
Yeah, dude, that was a crazy fight as well, man. I was you asked me for 3 moments, and I was debating of throwing that one in there too, but because that was the first MMA fight of the weekend.
Yes. And that
so
fucking
I
was
was
back
going-
and forth.
Because I was going to give that one, but I went with McKay and Raphael.
That was the next
Maya.
day.
That was the next day because it like had to follow up the next day. But that was, if I'm going to give an honorable mention for
That
a
fight
moment,
was
that fight
bananas.
was absolutely insane, and so was the title fight between Joliker and Wynn. There was only
was a
2
high
MMA
level.
fights, but they were both high level, amateur, high experience fights that like shifted from ring titans into cage titans.
I was like, where's the
So-
music? Oh, wait, it's MMA.
Yeah. Once the
Or you know
cage
another
won-
fight, actually, speaking of title fights, the Everett Terrain
Everett
versus
Turan, yep.
versus
Samaj
Samaj.
Johnson, yep.
Yeah, not James Johnson. I've been calling him James this whole time, though his name really is James. He goes by Samaj. But yeah, that fight was, dude, that one clip of him rocking Everett back into the ropes and Everett using the ropes as like kind of a
Yep.
slingshot forward to land
Yep.
the elbow. That was fucking
Yeah,
wild.
that was a wild fight. And it went the distance, and that was a 5-round war.
That was to do with the straw hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's cool shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
absolutely.
42 years old, too.
And slugging like that for
I'm not trying
5
to be
rounds.
fucked up real quick. When he came to sign the poster, I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" He's like, yeah, I'm fighting." I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Yeah, can we'll sign here."
You just thought he was
I
random.
thought he was just like a person to come and check out the poster.
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm so sorry."
Brian and Josh should absolutely be contention for Muay Thai Fight of the Year. They threw more punches than they took breaths. That was fucking
No
sure.
kidding, dude. That
I'm
was-
like, Jesus,
did not
guys,
stop
pump
that whole
foot off
time,
the
dude.
fucking gas
no
for a second.
breaks in that fight. So yeah, that was absolute slugfest. And then it kicked into the MMA portion.
What about Roger Santos? That was a good performance too. Roger Santos. Was it right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. He had a good fight.
Jake Ferry pro debut.
Yep.
Steve
that was a good
Jackson.
moment. Sahib Jackson looked good.
Steve Jackson
Staying
looked good.
undefeated.
Gotta see what's going on for him. What's next?
I think we talked afterwards. Actually, so he made me take a shot of tequila with him in the back room after his win,
Hey.
and he's had some. You know, it was a great
We say
moment.
Yamin from now on, by the way. You don't want people to know what we're doing out back. You have to say we did a shot of
Yamin, isn't that
Yamin.
like Yamin is like
Yamin.
cocaine? That's
No, no,
I
no.
don't want people thinking. I got mad that he's smoking weed. I'm like, never mind.
How many
Yamin.
people smoke weed on the show? They're
Yeah,
smoking in the car all the time. It's like
I don't
we're
like
outside by a fire, whatever.
that.
It's been a million. I've definitely done it on the show before.
I don't think so.
you've ever
I don't think. Yeah.
Cigars are a little bit-
Absolutely.
Anyways,
absolutely have. There's nothing
yeah.
like
So we're
that
in the
with
back. So
Fed
everybody's
size.
there. It's just me and Saeed, and we're just kind of chatting, and it was very cool to catch up with him and just kind of, he's going through some shit in life and things like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, to be away from the cage for a year and then to come back and have back-to-back performances like that, how much it meant to him. But he's in insurance, so this is his busy time now. So he's like, I'm not going to fight in the fall. I'll be back in
okay.
January. So
Wow.
yeah,
So maybe January.
yeah, man, 5-0 now, like definitely. I'm intrigued to see what Aaron Johnson does next. I'd love to see Alicia Palmer. I mean, that could be a fight that we can line up. Alicia Palmer, Aaron
Love to
Johnson.
see Alyssa Torre come back as
Alyssa
well.
Wasn't that two
Torre,
different-
back.
Two weight classes. Yeah, that was a crazy fight.
Even
Well,
the girl Muay Thai
Aaron
fight
was
great,
115
too.
when she fought before, so I mean, I'm not.
All right.
The chick Muay Thai fight was really solid too.
The chick
Oh, yeah.
Muay Thai
I forget their
fight.
names, dude. I'm sorry.
Jess Ortega and
Jess
Hannah
Ortega.
Doyle. Yeah, that
Doyle
was
or something like
yeah,
that?
Hannah Doyle.
That was really good.
And
That was
just
solid.
to take it with the scrap, that was back and forth. Another fight that was nonstop. All the Muay Thai fights, it was nonstop action. The heavyweights threw down. Big dudes. Yeah.
So
Joe
people
Jones,
like
the
our
longest
production,
reach
Phil.
of all time.
People like our production. If there's one thing we could add to production, what would be something like a cool like pyro?
I have one.
Yeah. Fucking haze, lasers, smoke, anything.
What about those
do that.
air cannons? Can we do those?
Can't do anything in the hall.
Well, it just says
Can't
it
you do
just
laser
says
shows?
fog.
No, it's
Fog.
any atmospheric. There's a limit. Yeah, any atmospheric.
But that isn't that the
You can do
workaround?
cold spark.
What's cold spark?
So cold spark on these, which we can do.
Okay.
Little devices that like they shoot up like almost like sparks, like fire sparks,
Mhm.
but they're cold. They're non-flammable.
But what about what about the
Like the
DJ
Goldberg shit?
cannon? It's just an air blast, isn't it? It's
They won't allow anything that is they won't do bubbles, they won't do fog, they won't do haze.
Bubbles.
What
Did you
about
say
the
bubbles?
Yeah.
Can you explain to me about the drone thing?
The drone
I
thing
wanna
is
use
an
the-
insurance
It's an
problem.
insurance.
Yeah.
Because I remember, did we or did we not fly the drone one show?
We've
we did fly
flown
the
drone,
drone,
but
but
not
then
with
many-
crowd. You can't
Not
do
with the crowd. Okay.
yeah, you can't do it over
And then
crowd.
one
There's
time-
a huge waiver for that.
Then one time we flew a drone outside, or somebody flew a drone,
Yeah.
and then he didn't have the permit to fly the drone, so
Right.
he refused to give us the footage because he thought he'd get in trouble. And I'm like, well, then why the fuck did you even bother shooting the
Well, what
footage?
about
Right.
the drone outside during that? That's what you're talking
That
about.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
He refused to give us the footage because
Oh, that's whack.
after he did it, but then he still requested payment. I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
so you want us to
What?
pay you for the footage that you won't give us because you didn't pull the permit
Right.
to fly the drone? Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
that was,
Nope.
that was a weird thing. Ref body cams. So John O'Connor, that's not a bad idea. So we actually do have a set of meta glasses that we've been using at weigh-ins.
So
and
is
stuff.
that what Martina had?
Yes,
Because
Martina
I
had
was
meta
trying to
glasses.
figure that out. She was playing with her glasses the whole
So,
night.
yeah,
I'm
those
like,
are meta
that's got to
glasses.
be a meta. Okay.
So
cool.
we had them 2 shows ago, and I'm such an idiot.
And I apologize for the fact that the cage mics
Were
they
not
just
working?
they were
Yeah,
not
they
working
never
the
worked.
second night. They worked amazing the first night.
They really did. They worked well the first night, and then they kicked out. at a certain
Second
point.
night we had to pull them
There was one time that it was on the cornerman that was outside the cage.
outside the cage. Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
it
pretty
really-
funny. Like we're trying to listen in on the corner.
Yeah,
Like, why can't we hear any of it? And then
and he was
Johnny's like,
outside. Yeah,
and Johnny's like, oh, it's on the guy that's outside. And he's just sitting
But
there just
mo-
looking.
honestly,
So it's
most of the time, even though it was on, we were getting so much interference, and they were kicking out
yeah.
It's really bad.
Did we charge them?
Not to
It
bring this
wasn't
up
a
on
charge
tape,
thing.
Not to bring this up on table type,
Yeah,
but this is like the least deaf I've been after a show for a while.
Okay.
Because actually, Cutman Chris, shout out to Cutman Chris, had to tweezer the earplugs out of my ear. I lost them so deep, and I can actually like hear now.
good
But
lord.
is there any way we could like clear up that feedback that comes in from the crowd in those headsets? 'Cause, like, I go
So
deaf
all the
with something
feedback
sometimes.
when you hear the squealing feedback,
Yeah.
that's because you're wearing earplugs, and then the microphones, the mic is so gained up high, and the mic picks up the speaker. So if you stop wearing earplugs, we'll fix half that problem.
There we go. So
I knew you were going to say that. Knew it.
It's a thing.
You
It's
just
a,
took- you
yeah.
just took a shot.
So, but what we have to do is
How? Because it's
Also
been
bring
less
down-
since I've been wearing earplugs. Well, we did move it. We did move the commentary table away from the speakers, and that helped for a while. But I was still getting like tinnitus in my ear for a while, and then I started
Yeah.
wearing the earplugs, and that helped for a bit. And then
yeah, I think it's
I
a
might
mix.
be just
It's a
getting
mix of you guys are like the gains, like all the audio gains. Not to get too technically deep, but everything's gained up so high. We're getting feedback and all this stuff to overcome some of the room noise. So one of the things is like, maybe do we need the music, the PA music so loud?
Yes.
I mean, although the crowd in this place is
It's
insane.
insane.
loud. It gets so
I can't
loud.
do anything about that.
So there was
Dude, the
exactly-
crowd
We got a
noise
big
is wild.
crowd,
So
guys.
that's
I'm
why-
not gonna lie to
So
you.
that's what I mean. That's why I need
Yeah.
the earplugs, because there were
Yeah.
a couple of. I mean, like you were saying, I agree that I don't need the levels as
The next step is
but-
you guys
but the thing
actually
is when the crowd goes whoa at a
Yeah.
huge moment, no matter how evened out the levels is, that whoa is gonna deafen me for.
So in the NFL, the next step when you deal with big stadiums, big crowds, is when you look at the NFL. The NFL, they're not doing the headset thing when they're in the crowd. I mean, up in the booth they are maybe, but they're isolated. So when you guys are down in the mix, they're doing what's called in-ear monitors. So what I wear when I do sound with you guys, I have these custom molded. They're actually, I had an audiologist stick gel in my ear, and they make a mold of my ear. Okay. And that puts little headphones in my head that are custom molded to my ears, and it blocks out everything around, and it gets you that sound right there, everything blocked out. But the downside is you're not using a headset mic. Now you're using a handheld mic.
So is that what the NFL is using?
That's what, watch the NFL. When they're in the crowd,
they're
always on a handheld with in-ears. Watch any of the guys that are in stadiums, in big auditoriums with big crowd noise, in-ears, custom molded in-ears, handheld microphone.
Yep.
So that could be the next step. Now we can do a hybrid of that where it's custom molded. You still have the thing over your ears in the microphone right here,
but nothing's going in.
but nothing's going through the earmuffs. Yeah, we could do that. And that would work out good for you because you would have a wireless pack and you go into the cage and you still hear things, you get direction. Yeah, we could definitely hone that down.
Because that's also, because now that's also a capability, that is a double-edged sword of perks.
Sure.
I'll then be able to continue.
Well, you're getting
to
the
hear
communication, yeah.
commentary as I'm in the cage, because that was a huge problem. Like, I wouldn't get a chance to know I was even making that mistake until I go and watch the film back and be like, oh, I get back there and I just repeat what they would say while I'm in there after they're talking up the fight. And it was like, I don't even, there's no way for me to know I'm repeating what they're saying because I'm no longer in that. So it was, so that would be.
Yeah,
really
putting you in a wireless custom in-ear rig would be preferable.
It's like, because I remember the days, go back and listen before we even had headsets. Richie and I just screaming into the microphones.
That was the days.
It's come a long way.
But the thing is, like, I go back and listen to those fights, and
I remember the days when we had to rewatch a DVD and commentate fights that I already knew happened.
You think I'm overly emotional at the fight,
and
it's like, no, I literally can't hear what my commentary partner saying because it's fucking deafening in there. So we have to be
the crowd. The crowd. And I'll tell you, that was the interesting. The interesting thing was listening to the crowd between Friday night Muay Thai, and Saturday night Cage Titans.
Actually,
unbelievably different.
You know what I need?
And it was loud.
All right, we started on this conversation. We started talking about this conversation. What we add to production, we should add a decibel meter. Fucking like, let's get loud type decibel meter.
Yeah. And before I forget, I want to drop down, Mike. Is that possible at any way, shape, or form? We got an.
I'll tell you what.
Drop down, Mike.
When I get motorized light rig, you can have that. All right. When I have the ring lights are all on a motorized rig,
and we don't have to,
and I don't have to we don't have to have lifts and all that, then we'll get you that.
Sure.
Okay. How do you like that? We'll make that deal.
I like that.
Deal?
I like that deal.
Shake on the
Shake.
camera.
I like
it. I like video footage.
Shouldn't have to shake with me because I'm going to have to get.
That's all him. Yeah, it's all his
I
money.
have to buy it all. Shake with me. I like that idea.
No,
I'm cool.
You witnessed our wishes.
Meta glasses. I think we should try that out next show.
Hey, by the way, why don't the last fight? We were waiting for the jump down to the knees. What happened?
Yeah, you
I'm
retired.
getting old, man.
Yeah, they're getting old. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
I was ready on the strobe. Didn't happen.
Everything clicks nowadays.
Yeah, no.
Like I did the.
Yeah, preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I gotta tell him back.
I missed those days.
So I think
Also,
he
was. I
We-
didn't see him.
I watched the DB levels.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, at front of house, which is like, where I am, right? During the peaks, it's like 106 dB.
Is that like high?
That's not too bad. Usually, like a rock concert, like a real big rock concert at front of house is usually between 100 and 102. So it's a little louder.
160?
No, 102.
Yeah, but what are we?
What are we?
Oh, 106.
Oh shit.
It's a little
We're
Little
louder
heavy.
than a rock contest.
You're a little heavier than a rock concert.
Hey, it's all those Cage Titans IPAs and lightweight lagers, flowing and
No,
Yeah.
hold on. There's something, no, it's the reverberation of any time that mat goes. "Wah," it just kicks through the crowd. It's just
oh,
yep, that's it. That
I think another part of our secret formula is just like the venue and the way it gets loud and the way that you're forced to stay in your seat and watch the fights. There's nothing else going on in the venue.
Where you want to go?
There's
take a
no.
piss.
It's not like you go to Foxborough and there's all right. Let's go downstairs to the concourse and walk around and see what food we want to get because there's 6 different fucking food like areas or there's
All we got.
there's
is pizza
nothing
and
going on.
dogs.
It's like
Pizza
you got
That's
a
it.
pizza or a hot
That's it.
dog
Yeah,
and sit in your
Pizza,
chair and
dogs,
watch a
beer.
fucking fight.
Done.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you get.
Pizza, a dog, and maybe a
Can we-
bag of chippies.
Can we do burgers one of these shows?
We did burgers back in the day, and they just didn't sell.
No. All right.
We used to do cheeseburgers back
I would
in the
just
day.
do bangers and fucking
Glizzies,
glizzies and fucking pizza slices.
Papagenos.
Papagenos.
But yeah, I think so. So back to that is that like we're like if you go to other venues because there's other areas for people to go,
People go gamble
you're
and
not.
shit.
Yeah, people go to gamble or stuff. So like your venue's probably not at max capacity because there's not people in seats because they're out doing other shit. At Cage Titans,
Dude,
your ass is in your seat the whole time because there's nowhere for you to go.
I'm
You're
about to throw up.
That
Banger.
venue is at capacity
Dude,
all the
What if we
time.
got, like,
It's annoying.
How sick with that.
Come on, man.
That's a little stretch.
You know what I want to get? I want to get like for like next time we do like one of those like next level type fights, like a Barrett Giannetti or something like that. Like I want to get the thunder sticks, like
What's the
the
thunder
light up
sticks?
thunder sticks. That's like the bad. They slap them together.
Listen, you want to step it up. Get the you can get
The
venue
wristbands?
the wristbands
Yeah,
where
the-
I can control them.
Oh, they can go like light them up.
Yeah, I can
like,
light
you
'em
know,
up
like the
depending
Morgan
on-
Wallen concert.
Red guy
Everybody-
comes out, I can make everybody's wristband go red.
Get me info on that.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah, and they're like, I forget what they were. I
Morgan
priced them
Wallen
out before
concert.
for concerts.
All right, get me.
All right, you got it. We'll do
Let's
it.
go.
Wristbands.
You know what we could do is also we could sell the wristband. I'm sure you can
Oh, you
imprint
can
on them.
probably sell it.
And
Yeah.
be like, hey, listen,
You want a
like
wristband?
you want to be like we can go to a company and say, do you want to be on the
Yeah.
wristband? They'll cover the cost of the wristband, and now we have this cool.
And I can do crazy light stuff like
fucking
have it
love
cycle.
that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I'm in. I'm in. Get me the price on the.
All right, we'll do it.
You
There
know.
you go.
Well, I know that. I think it's the T-Mobile Arena at what's it called in Vegas. The chairs have lights on them. And they
Oh,
can
yeah?
change-
Oh, no
So
kidding.
right here, there's lights on all the
Oh,
chairs.
that's cool.
And they
Or
can
we
change
get
it
lights
too.
around the cage, like the UFC.
Yeah, we could. I mean, if our venue allowed for it, a catwalk would be pretty cool for the production. But yeah, I've heard fog or haze. That's something I would love to add. I
Well,
thought
they-
these
well,
air blast
Fog
cannons.
or Haze never had.
I know,
never
but
had
I thought that like the way like DJ clubs get around it now is that it's compressed
You wanna
air.
have
You know what
another
I'm talking
log?
about?
Yeah, no. So
But there's no juice or anything that goes into it. It's just compressed
the
air.
issue is the Plymouth County, the town of Plymouth Fire Marshal
Gotcha.
will not allow in any way any kind of atmospheric.
Gotcha.
It's just
That sucks.
is what it is.
Yeah, and I
So-
think the laser show too would be sick, but you got to think about
You have to
people
have the
with
fog.
epilepsy.
No. I don't care about
No,
that.
lasers won't do epilepsy. And strobing will.
Who
But
cares?
all you do is you put a disclaimer at the beginning of the night.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
we
what
might
I
have
do at other venues. Like,
Yeah.
Strobing and light effects will be used.
I
and then
think
then
that
you're covered. But
so
we don't
can't really
do any
that.
strobing. It's,
Nah, we can't-
lasers are fine,
Yeah, but lasers without fog or anything is just stupid.
but lasers without atmosphere
So,
is not.
all right. So another sort of thing that I do want to do for production, once we get this whole network stuff figured out, is big TVs hung from the lighting truss. So instead of
Sure,
your projection,
and actually,
instead of your projection screen, we do
yeah.
85-inch TVs on every side of the thing.
And
We
I was
gotta
actually
talk
I was
about
actually approached about, are we gonna like there was a TV in the hallway? I guess there's a TV. I don't get up into the main building during the
Yeah,
fight. There's TV up in the hallway near the box office.
Yeah.
there's
They
a
were like,
TV
oh,
upstairs on the second
One of the
floor.
army guys was like, "Oh, I'm up here all night. Any way to get it up here?"
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the TV that's above the bar on the third floor and the one that's in that. Yeah.
I've been asked about that.
So I actually, so that was my donation. All those TVs in there that are in front of the concession stands, I bought those and donated them all to
so
the hall.
charitable.
I just thought it would add to like, TV menu boards. Cause I just thought it would add to the atmosphere. And the hall, Plymouth and the hall does a lot for us. So it's like, if we have a chance to give back, but there has definitely been talks about running the appropriate cables there so that like when you're in line,
and again I'm sure once we iron out I won't
the networking.
Yeah, there's ways to do it. Yeah,
actually, John O'Connell, you help me with this. If there's anybody that are like network experts out there or somebody, we're looking for a network expert to kind of help us and come in and work with us on a fight night and kind of walk us through some of our pain points in the network because we're putting the feed out to what do you say?
He might be the guy, the guy that was with us.
Yeah,
he was there helping out. He might
we need because we're sending a network feed.
Somebody.
We're sending a network feed to the back locker room TV. We're sending a network feed to the media room. We're sending a network feed to all the cage side TVs on the tables. Send a network feed to the projector and these new TVs.
It's all over the place. Yeah, reach out. Hit me up.
Yeah, definitely reach
There's
out to
pain
us.
Points, for sure.
If we're looking for like a network expert, because sometimes it's just bringing another set of eyes to look at our stuff.
Yeah,
to kind of make sure we're doing the right things would be helpful. So, and John O'Connell says, "I got you." So it sounds like John O'Connell could be the
fucking man,
dude.
John O'Connell, after meeting you with that big burly beard, you don't strike me as a network guy. I thought you were like a construction guy. So
was that the guy that was like, turn off your Wi-Fi?
Yes, John O'Connell.
Right. Yeah.
Well, he's gonna go down in history as the guy who told me to turn off my Wi-Fi.
Seats, man. I didn't get to see him during the Saturday night show, but how was his seats? Like those seats were good seats that he picked out.
Oh yeah,
he gave him a
picked up
section, right?
Yeah, he had the section. He got the section.
Time?
That's right
he was
behind
in my
yours.
section, right?
Yeah, he had your section.
Yeah, the Big Mike section.
Yeah,
hey man, I know you like
Yeah.
that section, but
Yeah,
officers coming back next show.
send him. Let's
You
hook
could
up.
be in
Give
my
him my
section,
info.
big dog.
Phil Grenier, add him on Facebook. He's in my friend group.
Yeah,
add him on Facebook.
We'll find him.
And
Well,
yeah,
add
so
you to
we're
Big Mike section, big dog.
yeah, he not a network guy. Best seats in the house. Oh, he said I got you. I thought he said he's not a network guy.
Nah.
If you have a network guy,
Don't friend me then.
man, listen, man, we're going on 2.5 hours. I don't really have much else. I mean, I'm vibing out here. 83 new log on the fire, but I mean, I'm sure. I mean, there are still almost 80 people watching us right now. So I think
Shout out
Go
those
out to the rest of the fights,
Hey,
man.
we
We
can
had
still
32
time.
fights, dude.
I can
Who's the
call out of work
I
tomorrow.
want to quiz you because I knew this answer before I pulled up just the reference. Who was the first victor?
Armani Kim.
There you go. Armani Kim.
I already meant over that. Who was the first ever?
That's a
Who was the
trivia.
first ever Cage Titans fighter?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Anthony Cominetti versus
There you go.
Fred Mandrake.
You actually mentioned that this week.
I did mention that this weekend. They were to go down in history.
I could
Fred Mandrake won the fight,
What's he do?
and then they fought.
buddy.
And they
He wants to go.
Yeah.
Come
I
in.
like this doggy. I like this doggy. I'm gonna steal
He's a
him.
good pup.
He's a hound.
Hey, Titans, we're dog friendly. We're dog friendly,
Yes, we
even
are.
though Mike doesn't really like
I'm-
dogs.
I'm not dog
He's
friendly.
not a dog guy.
Sorry,
I don't get up to
I'm the
play.
nicest.
Where you
I'm a
going?
nice guy, but I'm not really an animal.
I wasn't even.
Sure does like peanut butter.
Christ.
Ever seen Nip Tuck?
No, but do you ever see Wilfred?
No,
Oh God, that's a
Nip
great
Tuck's a good
show.
one. Yeah, Monty Kim will go down in history, and
Oh, you
Monty
killed the
Kim,
mic.
man, what a fucking performance! Where is it? You got it?
He ate the mic.
It's right here.
Yeah, Monty Kim, first ever win. I mean, if we can.
That's gonna be a trivia question, man. Write that down in your fucking notebooks.
Let me see what I have.
Nah, you
You're
big
a good
hound.
boy.
Yeah, you just a big puppy.
I'm still
You're
fucking.
finally tired.
I mean, I'm kind of getting there.
I slept
Come
in. I
on.
slept in today. I caught up.
I got a monster in my house.
I already have. You do? A white one? I mean, I could probably go for another hour with a monster.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, the ladies threw down.
well, yeah. Go ahead, Andy. You get the phone out. You want to talk about a fight? Go ahead.
Easy.
We want to go through all of them.
No, we don't want to go through all of them. Just like highlight some ones.
Oh. Like you said, just to showcase, like how many times I've been deafened by pops in the crowd. That's just a testament to something you said
come on,
earlier
man.
about every single
Just,
fighter.
just take it,
every single,
man.
every single fighter that is
My back
involved
is broken.
is a big.
My shoulder's busted.
Oh, dude,
no
yeah,
one wants to
everything's
hear the drama.
No drama. No,
That's
no, I was
drama.
more
Drop
making
the
it
ear.
a point of just
Drop the ear.
piggybacking off of him on, like when you mentioned Stavros, just a small part of Fight Fest. Every single one of those moments, let alone fighters, it's like every moment you put in, whether it's a 1 minute fight, whether it's a 5-round war, doesn't matter. You're bringing something to the crowd. You sacrifice something to be in there, so
Sure.
it's your moment. Everything that we
I want to hear
talk
from
about,
like the Muay Thai.
everything that we talk about, like at least myself, anything that I contribute to, it's for the fighters. So you guys are a bigger part of it than anything I feel I do, anyways. So it's nothing without you guys.
A special moment too. When we were doing weigh-ins on Thursday, we had the weigh-ins downstairs, and I had the t-shirts out and like the fight shorts. And one of the fighters came over, one of the Muay Thai guys, and like, do we get one of these shirts? And I'm like, yeah, buddy, you're getting one of the shirts, like as part of like, you know, like the fighter kit upstairs. And he's like, no way, like I've never gotten anything like this before. And like,
Dude, I had Muay Thai fighters be like, I'd be like, oh, what do you need for tickets to sell? They're like, we get to sell tickets. I'm like,
dude,
yeah.
like, that's how special this is gonna be. Like, and I want to hear from these dudes like that. Obviously, they fought for, you know, No Boundary, and they fought other places at Muay Thai. But the way that we did it over the weekend, like, I just want to hear what they're thinking. You know, like with the lights and the music and just like everything.
Well, music is always playing, but yeah.
No,
lights
I'm
and
saying like
stuff.
your walkout music.
I think again, everything we do is with a purpose. Like when we did the weigh-ins with the cameras the opposite way, people like, why do you have the camera shooting out, not at the stage? And I'm like, I need the Muay Thai people to understand that this isn't your normal inside of a gym, because there's not a lot of Muay Thai promotions. So like people are stuck doing gym fights and smokers and stuff. So I was like, I need to have the fans realize that this is a fucking venue. This is a big venue and it's a beautiful venue. So people will come along. People are
gonna come along, man. This is gonna be a big thing.
Step one.
Yep. All right, Phil, what's your 5-year plan? Retirement?
Ashes.
Yeah.
Gonna see that fire.
What's
That's
something
gonna
that you
happen
would love
tomorrow.
to add? Like
Add?
Like if you had like what's like a wish list thing? I actually said to him the other day, I said, how about can you make the doors automatically open to the cage?
I would like to add more lighting to the actual ring, the cage itself, to be honest with you. Like,
those lights fucking eat down on your eyes, though, let me tell you. That's why I wear the sunglasses.
guy.
I'm just saying.
That's just the
why I
actual
wear it.
ring light. No, I want to add
You want to
like
like movers,
RGB, anything around
Yeah.
the ring.
I would like to see it like because we have the truss a little bit more
Yeah.
pizzazz.
I gotta add more stuff to that. You know, it always boils down to like what I can afford to do versus time wise.
Yeah,
we have a certain amount of time.
Yep.
We
Sounds like Mike's gonna be renting the hall Friday night and Saturday night for us to make some of these.
Shout out to
dreams come
Roger,
true.
who was our guy that stuck around for us to be able to set up on Thursday night.
yeah.
Big shout out
Big
to
shout out.
Roger.
We took care of him.
Yep.
Make a
Yeah,
book.
So
wish we
more
had-
lighting. I think more lighting would be
wish we had
cool.
the lifts that night, but yeah.
Yeah,
I hear ya.
I wish we had a lift. One of the
Coordination.
lifts that actually.
I wish we had a
worked.
lift that
Oh.
worked. Yeah.
I didn't stick. I completely snuck out, like not snuck out of there,
Nah,
but
you
I
snuck out of there, motherfucker. You Irish
didn't-
goodbye.
No, you didn't Irish
You
goodbye.
Irish
He went
goodbye.
left and goes,
angry
you
yelling, got
motherfuckers
out.
didn't move your trailer. Fuck
How
you
did
guys.
how did the truss come down
Oh, this morning with 1, 2, and his wife Shelly.
this morning?
My
Well,
shoulder-
Sunday?
No,
No,
this
yes,
morning.
this
Like
morning.
Monday.
No,
morning,
Monday.
This morning. Like,
Monday.
This morning.
That's in today, yeah.
Like as in, like I got a text from him at 9:30 saying,
Oh
"Hey,
my
can you
gosh.
meet?" I'm like, "Fuck."
So when I was like, I was getting ready to push my cases out. I get to a point, push the cases out, and I had my crew. We were ready to push. Goldberg was like, "Oh, you guys got to get all the lifts out." the truss was still up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they gotta take down the truss. He's like, well, I don't know. Before we leave, the lift's got to be out of here, out of the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't see how that was going to happen because all the crew, all your guys, your minions, were like,
Oh,
oh, we're out. See ya.
Minions. is
Yeah,
crazy.
I guess the scissor lifts weren't working, or they died.
So one of them was an issue. When we started, I remember when I got there the day of on Friday.
So here's
right?
what happened.
Yeah. So Thursday we didn't have lifts. Friday I got there. One lift was dead on arrival.
So here's what happened. I show up at 8 to the hall Friday morning. The lifts are there, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get the lifts in. So I turn on the first lift, get the lift in, no issues.
Yeah.
Go outside, grab the second lift. As soon as I power it on, it's already in the red.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like these are lifts that,
Yeah.
someone paid for, Mike paid for them to be full power and everything.
You'd think.
And it's dead. And it's literally dead. Like I barely got it into
it was
the
DOA.
fucking hall, and we can't do shit. So somehow we ended up plugging it in for like an hour, and it gave us the juice to do what it needed to do. But we plugged it in for 2 nights, and it was still dead. We left
So
the lifts in the
We
hall.
left the lifts plugged in Saturday night
That could be an
because they were
issue.
dead. That's
Alright.
why we couldn't get the truss down. Left it plugged in for 2 nights, and then we went back today.
and it was still dead.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's
So-
you can't. That's a.
Well, they're going to be getting an earful.
That's an issue with the thing. Yeah. So when we went to load out, they brought both lifts in, and Joe got the first one, and he started doing all his camera stuff, and I got on the second one, and I got up maybe like 5 feet to try to get my lights off, and it just kept dying. I was stuck, and finally I got it down. I'm like, nope, I'm done. See you later. Fuck it. And I backed it up, and I was like, I'm out. I'll wait for Joe,
Yeah.
and I did all my other stuff.
Yeah. So we did, me and Mikey did it, and then my wife showed up to help us today. And the three of us. Imagine taking that fucking thing
My
apart and
shoulders
down.
is
Oh, I
shot.
could imagine.
3 people.
This motherfucker's like,
Three
the
people.
bronze. You got to show off the bronze
Almost
now.
a
And I'm
ton.
like, all right.
That was wild. It was
shoulders.
great. But you know what? It goes back to like what we talked about earlier. Like
You do what you
hella
gotta do.
high water. We were getting it done.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was
hella
no.
high water.
It was this motherfucker has to come down, and it was just that was it. But yeah, that's another thing that people don't
That's
realize.
what people,
Like
man, the behind
like
the scenes,
people
man.
come on Saturday and they're like, "Oh, this is cool." It's like
Yeah. You don't know
They
what
don't
went
know.
into it.
Phil's
Stuff
talked
goes
about it,
on.
like having like a little documentary crew. That Andy, if you're too tired, and you want to go. You
No,
can
no,
go.
I'm just reminiscing of
Ah.
the shit that goes on. I'm not too tired.
Phil's talked about it, like having like a little documentary crew that
We
like,
shouldn't.
I thought it'd
go
be cool.
around.
I tried to do a GoPro like time lapse
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
breakdown,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I completely like I got halfway. I had half of my front of house broken down.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot to hit the goddamn.
But like,
button.
imagine if we had like a little crew to like just kind of
Just
see what we
watch
do.
us, dude.
It'd be interesting.
He'd kick them out.
Yeah.
No, they could come. They could come, man. There's just certain parts that we got to just shut the camera off for a second.
No, you can always record it and then you just release it at a point
you
in time
look-
where the statute of limitation is well gone.
Yeah, you know.
When will that be? We're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, no,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
keep
because
doing what
eventually
we're
we're gonna
doing.
get this stuff permanent so that we don't have to do it.
Yeah, but Joe Goldberg was telling me that they're trying to get grants to redo the whole hall in like
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
2 years.
So we don't have to do. We won't
Sure.
have like that.
They're gonna be able to do it in 2 months span.
No, they said they need 2 years to redo the hall.
Well,
So like that
then
means
that-
they're gonna shut down. Again, that's just him
I've
telling
heard
me.
so many
Well,
things.
that's when we go on the road.
I heard they're gonna like build out the basement, and make it a whole production. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
I heard a lot.
I
And
heard.
I've been
I
there
heard
for
some of
fucking 14 years. I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of shit.
that. I've been in that place since 2010 was when I first started. Doing
So
shows there,
the show. So Phil's history. They used to have church there every Sunday, and
Mm.
Phil was the light and sound guy for the church
yeah,
They
that,
had
that
church there?
every
Yeah.
Sunday.
yeah.
I got
So-
married at the church across the street.
So back then,
St. George's.
we
No,
had to
it's
get
beautiful.
everything out of there because they
Yeah.
had church the following morning.
Yeah,
And one time on
One-
Father's
one
Day
time they
weekend,
left
we left the cage because
Father's
the
Day.
pastor. It was Father's Day the following day, and he wanted to do his sermon from the fucking cage.
yeah.
So
and
we
he
left
did.
the cage set up, and he actually did his sermon inside the cage.
Pretty, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it was, and he
Pretty
came out.
good.
He came out to Rocky.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the heart to tell him that Rocky's boxer, but that's all right.
Whatever.
That's all right.
He was in the cage like,
Close
you got to
enough.
fight your
The idea was
demons.
Close enough for Jesus.
Yeah, that was the thing. The devil. You got to fight the devil.
Go fight the devil, man.
Love it, man.
Wow, that's
Right on the nose.
They come to the church,
But yeah,
they
that's-
fuck the devil once.
But that's how Phil. That was Phil's kind of introduction, running the church sound and lights.
That's
and
how I
then-
met you.
Yeah, that's and then we needed somebody. Mike Santos actually was
Mike
our
Santos
sound guy.
Yeah, I had the day.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. And then Phil, we never looked back. Well, shout out. I mean, Mike Santos did a good job, but like when you vibe with somebody, Phil, right when Phil, because like your mind works very much similar to mine. Like you're never just like you're always kind of pushing the envelope, like to do bigger and better. And like you hire Phil to come in and set up this one light, and he shows up in fucking 8 lights. He's like,
Well, I remember the first time I did it. Mike's it was like, well, all you do is you take the house board and you put like red and green, or what is it, red and blue gels in. You just tap back and forth, and I'm like, really? That's what?
Yeah.
No,
No,
we can do better.
Yeah, we can do better. And then Phil's done
We've
better.
been doing now and just never look back, and it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Better and better.
Raise that bar. What's your 5-year plan, Mikey?
Oh man, just keep doing what I'm doing.
Keep vibing.
Keep vibing, man. Keep doing what I'm doing here with Cage Titans. Career wise, keep doing what I'm doing, and life wise, a couple kids. Hopefully, expanding this house a little bit.
There you go.
I'll be a member of Plymouth till the day I die. They're gonna bury me somewhere here. Hopefully.
Let's go.
Andrew, 5-year plan.
so I really look like a guy with a plan.
Yes, brother.
No,
5-year plan?
Yeah.
No, definitely no plan.
no plan right there.
No. I definitely see us taking this on the road and expanding. I definitely think that as much as I love Plymouth and Memorial Hall is the home of Cage Titans, we're getting more and more national talent here where there's no reason Cage Titans can't grace other areas. I think it's going to be spreading within a few years. I think that's just going to be a natural occurrence. As you're mentioning, going like, a show a month, alternating with Ring Titans and Cage Titans, I think that's simply going to attract more venues that want what we bring to them. And within 5 years, there's going to come a knock on the door that we're going to
come and knock
not
on my
be-
door.
there's going to be no way to refuse it and
Waiting
say no to
for
that
you.
opportunity. So I definitely see that on the 5-year scale of us taking it somewhere else.
Nobody gets that reference, but you and me. By the way.
I know we're old.
You get the old. That's why.
Yeah, we're old.
So I'm getting there too.
I had to break the news to my wife that they call me Uncle Mike today.
Yeah, I heard Uncle Mike a few
Shout out to Randy, man.
Ray, shout out to Randy Elfman, man. He's cracking him and his little brother. His brother
His suit was dapper, man.
Dude, and they were killing it.
Puts out
Have you
some
seen the
good
videos?
interviews. Yeah, he's been putting out
Videos,
some
we
good
get some
content, man.
videos. Yeah, shout out to those guys.
All right, so you want to take it on the road? Where are we going?
Fuck it, anyway.
Shout out
Florida.
to where?
Florida. Why not? We're gonna haul that trailer from Massachusetts to Florida.
Dude, no. Now there's like 3 or 4 trailers involved.
Yeah, I'll take one.
No. I'd say Massachusetts.
Listen, somebody else might have to carry that baton. I don't know. Listen, it is funny because like as I do sit and want to continue and grow and bigger and things to that, but like I'm getting older too. The show is definitely take there. And I never understood that. 10 years ago, Phil, how old are you now?
52.
Probably 6-7 years ago when you started being like, I'm going to be done with shows at 50. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking not that far along. I'm 44. I'll be 45 this upcoming year. And it's just like,
Tough.
I definitely feel like you guys can hear it in my voice. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Dude, you were limping
yeah.
Friday night.
Dude, I'll tell you right
didn't
now,
eat.
60, I'm not doing this.
That's fair. That's fair.
definitely
We have a running joke like every year. I'm like, this is my last year, buddy.
Yeah, this is my
What,
last
what are
year.
the new dates?
That
Like you didn't eat Friday. Becca,
Yeah,
thank
dude.
God Becca brought in.
yeah, the only thing I
Chick-fil-A
ate on
nuggets.
Friday was
Yeah.
his wife brought me some Chick-fil-A and I had a couple nuggets and the waffle fries.
I was like, dude, you gotta eat. Like,
Yeah, I definitely have to find a balance. So to be quite honest, it's not that any time on fight weekend that I'm doing something for myself, I have some self-hate when I'm doing it for myself because I'm thinking I could be doing something for the show right now. So when it's like I should go to bed right now. Nope, I got to do stuff for the show because I can't get this time back, and that is a curse for me. It definitely is. Like if I stop to eat, and everybody's like, "Dude, you have to stop to eat. It's fucking human." And it's just like, yeah, but that's 15 minutes that I could be doing something for the show. Finding some sort of like trying to like maybe that's how I can maybe get a
You
little.
gotta give yourself like 5 minutes to eat, dude.
Really, dude.
Yeah.
You
Like, that's
don't stop
insane.
for years. Like we joke about it. Remember the days we used to go to Texas Roadhouse after weigh-ins and
Yeah.
like
Those
sit
were
and
the
have a
times,
fucking
man.
dinner and just chat and laugh, and then we go in and do
And then
fights.
we go in and do
That
work.
hasn't happened in years, and then it has shrunk to the point where you just force yourself to not eat because you feel that way. And
No,
yeah,
it is.
it
it's
adds a
definitely
lot
feel-
to a show,
Yeah,
but like what would it's just chill. That's like
Yeah.
you just gotta chill your own fucking self out. Like
yeah.
how many people are gonna yell at you? Shut the fuck up and eat. Like just
Yeah,
chill before you just do
No, I
it.
don't want to.
5 years ago, we were eating on weigh-in day, and then all of a sudden, you don't have 15 minutes to eat, and you have like the fact that you have self-hatred in that moment.
I do that. So
That's-
it's actually
So that's
it's a mental
where the
disorder.
rewiring needs to happen.
It
It's
is.
like,
it is.
listen,
I'm,
dude,
yeah, first
you
step
can-
is fucking admitting. I'm
you know,
admitting.
you
hey,
can-
I-
you can take-
When was the
Hey,
last
hey,
time
right
you
now.
did a movie the day after? Remember, you used to do
I used
that.
to, I used to go to the movie theaters by myself. I
Yeah,
don't
you
even do
can.
that.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like as it grows, it's
That
gonna,
stopped Phil when we started bringing in fighters from out of state because
Yeah.
I used to say
Because you have to
the
bring it
night
back.
of the show,
Yeah.
once the show's over, I'm off.
Yeah.
And like I would just that was my relax, and I go to the movies. Then when we started flying guys in, it was like, well, I can't because if this guy doesn't get on the plane,
Yeah.
the driver doesn't pick him up, and that went out the window.
you get the aftershock of the show, which is certainly a
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's it's the after party is an event in and of itself.
Well, so
it's like,
that's
it's
the other thing. They're like,
not-
oh, you got to go to the
it's-
after party. And like, yeah, I have to.
You
Like,
have to.
Yeah,
It's-
it's like a sponsorship paid appearance type thing that we have to go to. So I was like, yeah, it's still part of the show, and it's like it's not like I'm hanging out at the after party, like just chilling. It's like you got to walk around, shake some hands, say hi to
Mhm.
everybody.
Happy
You know,
time.
yeah, it's like
Well, it's like there's fighters that you got to congratulate. They put their time in
Yep.
for it. It's like they're there celebrating their moment, and we're a part of it. That is an accentuation of
Yeah.
the show. It is the wind down of it. That being said, you can still take a fucking hour and just breathe, and that's going to help you put more into
Dude,
the
this
23
show-
hours left.
this show. I
Not
coached my
sleeping,
daughter.
I get.
I coached my daughter's
Yeah,
soccer
this
at
out.
8 a.m.
Yeah, this.
I coached my daughter's. So we had the show. We had the weigh-ins Thursday, set up Thursday night, weigh-ins Friday, show Friday night. I coached soccer at 8 a.m. I coached flag football at 12. Show on Saturday night.
Remember I called you and I'm like, sorry to wake you. And you're like, this is my second game of the day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, shit, I'm fucking.
The
It
problem is like, there's so much stuff in
To
your
do.
plate that you don't let go of too. Like, I know like
Don't
Friday,
let go of.
Friday night, he's like sitting there on the computer doing all the graphics.
Yeah.
Like, find a guy. Even if it's garbage.
I've been
At
telling
first.
them that.
Find a guy.
I've been telling them that for fucking years.
Somebody could drive people to the airport. Find a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's plenty of people. You gotta
The cage.
that's
setup is off his
that's what we
plate.
gotta figure out for him. You gotta find a guy.
This
The
cage setup,
cage
but don't worry
setup
about it.
is
That's
But
what
I'm the same way. This is the
Don't worry
first
about-
year
There's a bunch
I've
of
had
lighting
I've had
setup you don't
an
worry
actual
about.
like a real
Locker rooms. You don't worry
Yeah.
about.
that I could trust.
Yeah.
And I still am up on the lift doing everything.
it's hard, man.
It's hard to
Because
let
like
go.
what makes it good
Yeah.
is that like it's my eyes that are looking at everything and touching everything. So I got no one else to blame, and
But as you
it's
keep
also
adding
done.
more, it becomes
Dude, I had
impossible to
3
look at
guys.
everything. You have to delegate the eyeballs.
One of them's lift ready.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'll go up and do all the lights. I went up and did it because I'm like, well, what if he drops a light on somebody? Like, I can't let that go.
Yeah, it's a hard.
It's hard to
we
let
talk about
go, man.
curses.
But you
It's
let
like
your
blessings
son
and
do other
curse.
stuff though.
I let my son do a lot of
kinda
stuff. Yeah.
And I feel that.
Yeah.
'Cause I
There's
understand
not
that
a
about the
problem.
locker room. It's like
Yeah.
nobody else can fucking
It's tough.
Yeah.
map it out and everything. So I get it, but you gotta just let go. All right, don't give me that.
That's
you
I
just
think
admitted it,
for
man.
me and you, maybe that's the 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Is to let other people do some stuff.
Yeah, let them do some shit.
I would love
But you
to
know
get
what?
I would love to get to an after party one
But
day.
here's the thing,
You never been.
I've never
That's
been.
insane.
and this
What?
is the thing though.
That's crazy.
This is the thing. I don't know if I'd want to do this if I didn't do everything that I do.
Oh, I would.
That's also
See, like
insane.
years
There's
ago,
where we differ.
years ago. So there was a company called GFL around, like years ago when I first started Cage Size, and they're like, "Oh, you could be like Dana White, like you become a franchise of us, and you be like Dana White, like it's your show, but we do all the work, and you just show up on fight night, and it's all done." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I don't want that.
I think
I don't
there's a
want that.
medium. I think there's a
Maybe medium, have a medium,
yeah.
but
I
yeah,
think you can
certainly
have the
is.
control but not have to do the work.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, doing
Yeah.
the graphics, I take great joy in it. Like doing all the stuff that I do,
Yeah,
I
but
take
you don't
great
have to
joy.
be up until fucking 7 a.m. doing it before the show, so you don't sleep before you do a show.
Yeah, but also my OCD, like I see what other promotions do. They just use their fucking shitty pictures.
No,
I
old
wait till
pictures.
weigh-ins,
You get new pictures
and
every
I get-
time.
everybody gets their fresh. Everybody gets new pictures.
But
And
just like you said, you preemptively set the graphics up this time because we
Yeah.
had 2 of them, and just all you needed.
we
to
did.
do was
I did
insert
have
the
a better
page
handle on it.
pictures.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna
if
say,
you can now do all of that perfectionist shit weeks ahead of time, where all you need to do is insert it, and then have somebody do the insertion of the photos that
Yeah.
you get on weigh-ins, and all of a sudden, bam, that's like 4 hours a night that's off your plate.
Is that the thing about like mostly like I
And then-
listen to production guys. It's like data mine. Like can't you like
Yeah.
create a spreadsheet and
No,
drop
that's what I do. So that's what I do for
that,
our.
which is wicked cool by the way,
No,
that whole data.
That's
mine.
what I did for the stream. So everything you see on screen for the stream is all database
Yeah.
driven. So I made all those graphics and
Sick.
things. So when we do the weigh-ins, Andy gets all the information, and then everything's data sourced.
And
it's
it's
pulling that
what-
stuff.
and just to
It's
piggyback
so
off-
cool how
Yeah.
that works.
And piggybacking off of what he just said is like you can still have control over it, but not have to do the work. How many times do I send you that and there's a typo or whatnot, and then I email you later? I'm like, oh, there was a typo in it, and you're like, yeah, I already fixed it. You don't have to already fix it. I'm gonna be getting it later and be like, oh shit, there wasn't a typo. Oh, I missed an Instagram graphic.
You
I
shouldn't have
did
sent it with the typo in it.
Well, you want it as
I-
fast as you want it.
Now
Hold
you're
on,
reaffirming why he needs to do it
No,
all.
no, because I double check it later. But he needs it as
Yeah,
fast
pick
as
a cheat.
you want it as fast as possible. So I gotta send it to you as fast as possible.
Don't
I'm
make
not
a
gonna get to it later because
don't
I
make
got
a
other things
mistake.
on my plate.
Maybe he's
And
the head.
Don't make a mistake. It's fucking double spreadsheets, and I did 2 of them this weekend. So yeah, a typo and a missed Instagram for someone that doesn't have it, and it's like, all right, I'll dig for their Instagram. You know me on Instagram, so I gotta find whoever the gym's Instagram is. It's like, yes, you. It's like
I get it.
I understand it, but,
I still had
you
to fix
don't
it.
have to actually do all that work. But managing it and still controlling it,
manage
you
it.
can- exactly.
You
that's
did
what
it, and then I
but-
managed the 2
So,
mistakes.
so now you can do that with the graphics. So now you can do that with
here
the
we go.
graphics.
Here we go.
All right.
Reaffirming.
Instead of
Yeah.
no, that's exactly my point. It's like,
I
but
managed.
instead of you doing all of the same work that took me
I
however
get
many
it, I get
hours
it.
to do,
Listen,
you go over, scope it out,
nothing
correct the
you're
2
saying
things
is
that are gone.
wrong.
You can do the
End
same
of the
thing
day,
with the graphics.
all right, enough. At the end of the day, I like doing the
No,
graphics.
he's doing it, man.
I like doing it. Like
I'm
what I
just happy
what I
that you
started.
just can't complain that you don't
control the
sleep
cage,
at
like,
night.
I,
because you do
when have
that.
I ever
You
complained
don't
about it?
complain about it. but
I don't complain about it. So
you did admit you just had a problem, though. Because
No,
it
but
is a problem.
I've
He
never.
never said he had a problem.
There's
with it.
nothing.
You
There's
gotta do it.
nothing
It's
I
okay,
ever. There's nothing I ever complain about. I don't complain about the amount of work I did.
Not a complaint,
I
it's an
never
excessive
once
word, I'm
say-
sorry.
Like I hate this because I don't sleep. I don't care. I fucking
No.
take great pride in it.
Of course.
I enjoy it. Part of
The
my
wear and
experience,
tear,
no,
though.
but part of my experience is that I know for 3 days in a row I'm not sleeping, and that's part of my experience of Cage Titans. That's part of what it is.
But
If
it's a
I had
labor of
nothing to
love,
do,
man.
I would
Mhm.
not know what to fucking do with
Yeah.
myself. If I had no work to do on a fight night, it wouldn't be joyful for me. I don't think it would be. Like part of the joy and the high and the all the excitement that I get is that.
I'm
Is
not-
that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I get a full night of Z's every single fucking weekend. It never happens, but you don't have to literally be up for 72 hours straight and not eat.
I mean-
you'd probably be getting more accomplished if you took 6 hours to sleep and eat. At a
I do,
certain
I do,
point,
I
though.
do go over that sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, will I be more productive if I?
Yes,
But
absolutely.
it's
That's
stupid. Who cares?
fucking
I'm
science.
not even. I don't even bring that up. I don't complain about it. I don't care.
No, it's not a complaint. It's just like we're all talking. We're witnessing
Yeah.
you limping. Fucking
Dude, but that's just my body. Like
know,
me
I
limping's not
understand,
because
but
of lack of
there's
sleep.
just-
It's because
but-
I'm.
but-
Somebody said to me, they
no,
go.
no, there's a
One
limp in
guy
your fucking
followed
eye.
me. So a guy followed me this show, and he was walking around me, and like following me on fight night is a fucking task.
I can only imagine.
Is a task. How many steps in like? It's wild because like you're all over the place on fight night. Like it is what
Was
it
he
is.
following you
Like,
with the camera?
no, he was just
I
following. Me.
want to.
That's next.
I
There
want
was,
someone
there
to
was
follow you
one
with the
person.
No.
I think there was someone who tried, and they were
Yeah.
like,
So we did a documentary with this
They
company.
quit.
They were doing a documentary on like fighting. So they showed up. They were doing it on John Connors from Connors MMA, and his name was Zora, and he came, and they were filming the show, and they mic'd me up, and they were gonna follow me with a camera, and I said, "Listen, I'm just
luck.
telling you now, I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down. I'm not doing any of that. More than welcome to follow me with the camera, but you got to keep up. I'm not altering what I do." They followed me maybe for 5-10 minutes, and then they pulled me in the office. Like, yeah, we're gonna take the mic, and they go, "This just ain't gonna work." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Listen, I mean, you just got to keep up, like, cause it's or you know what another fun thing is? People be like, what do you do on fight night? Nothing, but everything. What do you mean? I don't know what I do on fight night,
What don't
but it's
I
like and I don't even know if it's that. It's just like, but everything pops up.
Yeah.
Anything and everything could pop up. And that's what we do on fight night. And yeah, I don't know. It's good times. And now I finally, in the 2 hours and 51 minutes, I'm proud of myself. You guys have all stopped to pee. I gotta pee now.
Go pee.
So I am definitely done. Because when I'm
I
done,
can't believe-
if
can't
I
believe
get
you
up,
didn't pee.
I'm not coming back down.
Not a drop. You're not a fucking monster.
I've had
Shoot,
3
fuck,
waters. I
waters
had a
and a
monster.
monster.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Well, hey, cheers, everybody. This was a monumental weekend. Phil, I can't believe that this
Yeah,
is
Phil
first
the
time
thrill.
you're here, but you're the wizard behind it all. Big Mikey, thank you so much.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
We're
Yeah.
really ending this time.
Yes. Bye.
Oh, I'm gonna set the outro video, and I'm gonna go pee.
Peace.
And stream. Boom.
Then Plymouth, Massachusetts!